Hello, everybody. The dojo is now open. I am your Sensei Bendo.
I am Messa.
I'm Josh.
I'm Cube.
And welcome to NINJAGOCast. Sorry for the delay in the intro. I literally did the whole thing. We all did it. The stuff was muted. That's okay. We did it now.
Are you sure?
Hopefully it wasn't too weird,
Oh.
but welcome, everybody. A
Yeah,
great
it's
start
fine.
to the new era. I had to mess
It
something
worked,
up. I had to mess something
You're all
up,
good.
but it's okay. We are back. Things are a little different. We'll talk about some stuff going on with that. But basically, we have returned to talk about Dragons Rising Season 3 because we are very late to talking about it, obviously. It's been months, stuff has been coming out. Things have been happening, news has been dropping, things have been leaking. We've been getting sets, we've been getting screenshots, we've been getting trailers. And we're here to talk about all of it, basically. The first big chunk of the stream will be talking about everything that is publicly released, set images that have been released regarding Thunderfang and the Source Dragon of Focus. And then we'll be talking about, before that we'll talk about the trailers and stuff, all the public stuff. And then at the later end of the stream, we'll be getting into leaks, which we couldn't do before because NinjagoCast was previously on Keep the Peace, and the TTV channel before that, where LAN was a thing. But now we are not held by those restrictions, so we can talk about whatever we want. But we will give a warning before we get into leak discussion for anyone that doesn't want to be spoiled by any potential stuff going on with the summer wave and even part 2 of the season, which we've gotten a few screenshots for too. And
Which is really weird.
particular,
but-
it is really weird. But yeah, we'll get to all of that. First, I just want to kind of transition into talking about some of the changes, of which there are not that many going on with NinjagoCast, besides, first off, the most major one you can see visually. Zeros did an amazing job with all of the visuals going on here.
Yeah, I love the logo.
Yeah, new logo,
It looks so cool.
new layout, new animations, new chat display. All this stuff Zeros did an amazing job. It was a really big pleasure getting to work with them. So thank you so much. And
Thank you.
everything just
He
looks
has
great. I'm so
consistently
excited.
delivered stellar work every time he ever does anything for us, and he's always so kind and helpful. Thank you for the show's facelift. You're a legend as always.
Thank you so much. And then I also want to give a big welcome. Thank you so much, Cube, for joining us on today's episode of NinjagoCast.
Yes,
Cube.
I'm here.
Cube is
Thank you very
here.
much.
I'm sure many of you. Oh, sorry, sorry for cutting out. I'm sure many of you recognize Cube from the Ninjago community. They did a really amazing video on lava, and
Oh dear.
that's I'm putting you out for that because that was a stellar project. I'm still so impressed with that.
Oh no way.
but
Thank you.
You also have tons of other great videos and have been around for a bit. Thank you for doing that. So I was trying to get around it.
Very nice. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you so much for being here. And I just wanted to kind of use this introduction as a transition to be like, along with, you know, some visual changes to NinjagoCast and its new home on my channel. You're going to be seeing a lot of different faces around here. You're going to be seeing a lot more guests, a lot more, a bit of more of a rotating cast, as we've been kind of calling it, kind of similar to Ninjago Dragons Rising itself, I guess, when that
So
initial
true!
roundtable happened. We're going in the Dragons
Thematically
Rising
appropriate.
direction. So we're getting the rotating cast. There's going to be a lot more faces around. Not every stream is going to be the same. So there may be, you know, a bit more variation each time around. Of course, you'll have your mainstays. I mean, I'm sure Messa and Josh are going to try and be on as many as they can.
Yeah, I
but-
mean, I'm down to be
definitely.
on like as many, but like there is some freedom in having different
Yeah.
voices.
For sure. There's going to be some episodes where they may not show up and you may get a whole new slew of people. So,
Like me.
thank you, Cube, for being our first new guest here.
Yeah.
And
Awesome.
yeah, I'm sure as the show evolves, we'll see, you know, who become mainstays and who show up a few times and who we can even, you know, get on the podcast that we've been wanting to for a while and see how many people we can get to just come and chat and talk about Ninjago. Branch out
Absolutely, and
get
I'll
on more
say I won't go on too long because I already said my piece elsewhere. But thank you, Bendo, for keeping the show alive. some of you may not know me, some of you probably do, but like I used to be the host of this show over on Keep the Peace and TTV channel. But as we've winded down those outlets and moved things along, I really didn't want NinjagoCast to die because it is the longest running Ninjago internet podcast, like period. And so like it has a lot of legacy, and the fact that it's keeping on going with new people, new blood, new energy, new visuals, it makes me happy. So thank you for taking on the show and still having me be a part of it.
Yeah, and thank
Because
you
I still like Ninjago.
Thank you for trusting me to handle all this stuff and
Of course, dude,
allowing
you're
me
a
to
legend.
keep it going. It's kind of surreal, seeing like I started, listening in on NinjagoCast all the way back in 2017 when that's when it, kind of got its name. Even, before that there was the coverages and all that.
So
But
true.
just being the one to host it now, it's a weird feeling, but it's a good one. So I'm happy
It's gonna be fun. We'll have some fun
happy
times.
to bring us into this new era, and I'm glad to see everyone here is excited. And yeah, speaking of being excited, how are you guys feeling about Dragons Rising Season 3? We haven't really gotten to talk about it at all. Again, last time we did an Ninjago cast was just when the sets were out. That's all we had to go off of. Now we've got trailers and posters and all this stuff. So yeah, I mean,
I'm so hyped.
how are you guys feeling about it? Are you nervous,
I'll
excited?
I'll ring in the new gen of Ninjago cast with another one of my stupid nitpicky opinions.
Uh-oh.
I really don't like Thunderfang's voice.
Oh,
It
here we
really
go.
annoys me.
We're jumping into this discussion immediately.
Yes, I'm
No.
Thunderfang, and I'm an imposing villain. Yes, free me, and I will give you power. Come on, man. What? That's the best you got. Come on, come on. Other than that, it's hype. I'm very excited.
I was very put off by Thunderfang's voice when I first heard it in that like initial teaser. But then it kind of grew on me when they put out the full clip. So I was
Yeah,
like, okay,
man.
I kind of
I'm being a jerk. It's fine.
I see what they're going for. It's definitely a bit of a shock. But
He sounds like a trickster kind of character.
He does.
I was
not
imagining
my
something kind of like the Omega or something. Like incomprehensible deep voice.
Yeah,
Right.
that's definitely my thing. I just wasn't expecting it. Voice actor's doing a great job. And I'm sure when I see the full character and like his backstory and stuff, it'll be fine. It just took me off guard.
How do we
But
feel? I feel like the biggest thing to come out initially was the Forbidden 5 designs.
yeah,
Mhm.
absolutely.
What do we they've been out for a while, so I'm sure many of you have thought about it. Like how are we feeling about their designs now that we've seen
Okay.
them? We've
I
gotten used to them?
love them. I love
I-
Drix's massive hat.
Yes, the big hat.
I like the designs like as they are, but the fact that they represent animals that they look nothing like
That is true.
bothers me so much.
That's definitely the biggest point of controversy.
Like
'cause
when I learned that Kerr was a jackal, I would like almost just like
Like, what do you
Really?
mean?
I almost just like ignored it. I was like, nah, he's not a
Yeah.
jackal. He's something else.
The writers
Just,
think they know
like,
so much.
because I wasn't like staying up to date with this because a lot of this is being delivered on like Doc Wyatt's like Blue Sky page now because he's doing like Q&A,
Mhm.
and I only follow that sporadically.
Yeah, Sam.
So for those who don't know, Noct is a wolf, Rox is also a wolf, Zarkt is, I don't know.
Probably some kind of like a panther or something.
Yeah, Drix is an insect and Kerr is a jackal, like Josh said. None of these work.
I get way Drix.
Well, Drix
but
works, but yeah.
Drix-
Drix is the only one.
Drix
But
is the
Kerr, I
one
get
who-
more lizard vibes.
Sam.
I don't get
like-
any vibes.
You get no
I-
vibes whatsoever.
Well, like or Kerr even has like the scaly like the lizard scales on like his arm and stomach and everything. So like I don't understand like how that translates to jackal at all.
Here's what I feel like happened. I feel like they made these really cool designs, which are all like evocative of like their own thing. They look really awesome. And then they needed to come up with the backstory for them, and they were like, "Oh, they're from the wildness." And then they kind of hit a wall, and they were like, "Wait, that means they should probably be like animals, right?" And it just doesn't translate. You know, you can't have someone like Roz up next to these guys and tell me that like they're
Well,
from the same place.
I wonder if it's because they wanted to have like the cool hat motif, but they couldn't do it with like molded heads. So
That's
they just
almost
kind of
exactly
gave
why.
in and they were like, we'll just print on the heads and then like.
We'll just give them teeth.
Because if anything, I thought like Noct was like maybe an Oni.
I'm
But,
not
like,
gonna lie. I thought like, yeah, exactly what you said. Like they gave him the teeth. That's like the closest thing he has to it. But like every other, I guess like non-human like species in Ninjago has like fangs or tusks or whatever.
Yeah.
Like the keepers have fangs.
Yeah.
Now, I will give them the benefit of the doubt on one thing, and like, so if you look all the way back to everyone's favorite, recently relevant theme, Legends of Chima, Chima had the molded heads, but for some reason they also bothered to actually print minifig heads underneath, even though the only thing that shined through was the eyes. And if you look at those heads do actually kind of give off like what they're going for here, like Noct being a wolf. Well, it does actually kind of look like the Chima wolf minifigure head, but not the Chima wolf molded head.
They took the
Well,
molded
even
heads
then,
off.
like the like there's no nose or like indication of like a snout or anything.
No, not
Yeah,
really.
no printed on nose. Like
Yeah,
I thought like
which I think works for like the animal minifigures.
Yeah, that's true. I don't know. I like them. It's a Bionicle reference, so I gotta do it every episode. But like, they remind me of like Paraka. You know, they kind of give off those vibes. Those who know. And these kind of characters are always my favorite. Like the teams of villains with like these hardcore like color coded designs. And even one of their abilities is just straight up like a Paraka ability, like Drix being able to split into like a bunch of insects. Like I love these guys. They got style, you know, except Kerr. Kerr's kind of boring. I'm not gonna lie to you.
No. I
No? All
I
right.
don't know. Although they feel very out of. Everyone kind of has like kind of dark-ish clothing, and then Kerr is kind of like whatever.
He's meant to give off like mummy, right? Like jackal mummy.
How I don't understand how he's a jackal.
Well, you know, it is what it is.
yeah.
Like knowing that Rox is a wolf, right? What's the deal with like her teeth?
See, I thought it was a mask before,
I did
but
too,
now
and
I'm
now
second guessing. Is that just her
Is it not?
face?
No, it's
Is
gotta
that
be a
not-
muzzle
no.
because it's
Is that
like
not a mask?
I thought
Is
so
that a
at first,
muzzle?
but now that we know she's a wolf, like
no, that's absolutely a mask.
okay.
But what do you
She-
mean? Like the actual like the piece itself, like on her face?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're asking if that's part of her face?
I mean, okay, well, it doesn't move when she talks, so I guess
it doesn't
that's
really
kind of the
talk. So it's
giveaway.
also like, yeah.
That is
I
the
was just kind of like,
giveaway.
Yeah.
why? Because I interpreted it before as just something like for style, right? Like
I would assume it would be like in the shape of a muzzle. at
Like
this point.
I have a COVID mask I wore that's kind of like that I wore to Brick Fair one year. So I was just like, oh, it's just like a vibe. But now it's like, oh, but she's like an animal, so what's underneath? But yeah, you're probably right. It's like a muzzle.
So she's wearing a COVID mask, basically.
Yeah, there you go. You gotta protect from Drix, bro.
Honestly, if this came out when COVID was like big, like that mask would be so popular.
Really?
Oh,
That
yeah.
mask design.
Oh god.
They
Yeah.
could sell that. Yeah, these guys, the designs for these, like, they just kind of like went crazy with them, and I'm really happy. I feel like they're some of the most like creative and weird designs we've ever had, even if like
yeah.
they don't necessarily translate to what they're supposed to be. in all
Cool.
scenarios. They're just cool designs.
My
Like-
absolute favorite is Zarked.
Same.
Again,
I'm
I
glad
have
I'm
no
not the only
clue.
one.
I have no clue what he's supposed to be, like you said, but I like it a lot.
I love Zarked. He's so cool.
I
Because
love, like-
when I saw him, I almost interpreted it as like he's an incorporeal kind of being
Yeah,
that's like
same.
kind of held together by these chains,
He's like
but
being
like
held back.
take them off, and he's like a smoke monster or something. But I don't know
Yeah.
if that's the vibe.
I think Drix is my favorite.
Drix is really
Yeah.
cool as well.
I like Drix.
And Drix is probably the only one that actually translates to what
Yeah,
they're meant
what
to
they're
be.
supposed to be.
Yeah. The thing I'm drawing for Drix right now, the shoulder armor is like literally part of his body, but like the robes are like over it. Like that's because he has the spikes on his chest, but like the spikes are also on like the shoulders and everything.
Yeah.
He's such a cool design. I love him.
It's
Yeah.
awesome.
Do we know their elements yet?
Yes, we do. Q.
Everyone but
Oh, no.
Rocks, right?
No, we know Rocks.
Oh, we know Rocks? Okay. I
Yeah.
forgot.
Yeah.
That. In that case, I forget what Rocks is.
Noct is brute force. Rocks is fear.
Oh, that's right.
Kerr is decay. Drix is swarm, and Zarked is misfortune.
I think all of those go hard except for brute force, which is
I,
really
I
dumb.
would have
I
to
like-
agree.
I like it in the sense that it like makes him like the brawler of the team. He's like the one that's like he's like the barbarian
I mean,
essentially.
It is cool. One, I don't understand why they felt the need to hide this from us, considering
Nor
the
do I.
tournament of
Was he
sources.
using it in the tournament by this logic, or like is it?
We
something
don't. I
different?
mean, I don't know if we know because all we've seen him do is Shatterspin, but he uses Shatterspin differently
Mhm.
than we've seen other people use it. So we don't know if that's like him using his element in combination with Shatterspin, or if that's just how he uses Shatterspin.
I'll take
Like-
the L on this because I think on a prior podcast episode, I was like really adamant that they weren't gonna be like they weren't gonna have any elements.
Oh yeah, I
But,
remember that.
I guess they do.
Oh, they do.
So they didn't call them 5 elemental masters, so they
I know.
did establish that they would have
Just
them.
why would they not tell us brute force? That seems so weird to omit from the tournament of sources.
Because they didn't figure it out by
They didn't know. They just had to
Oh.
make it up later. I mean,
Yet
that's
they just
possible.
casually revealed. Yet they casually revealed Lloyd's element in the same.
Yeah.
Right. Which they'll change later, I'm sure. They'll call
Yeah.
it something else this season or something. No,
Yeah.
but like, yeah, I like all the
How does
powers.
misfortune work?
I like the powers.
Yeah,
I like
I'm
these
curious to
dudes
know
a
how
lot.
Misfortune works too. I think the only thing we've seen about Misfortune is just like Zarked shooting like something at a van and it just breaks down instantly,
hmm
That's really funny.
which
like
I think is
that.
pretty cool.
I viewed it more of like a passive thing, but like if there is an active utility, that's cool too.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know how that's different than just shooting the van and breaking it like that anyway, but I guess if that worked, hopefully we see some more
probably
interesting.
just like whatever it's like directed at, just like anything that can go wrong will. So like the check engine light comes on and then like everything just falls apart.
Also, thank you so much, World of Cars Entertainment, for the $5 super chat. Just wanted to say thank you so much for keeping NinjagoCast alive, my favorite podcast ever. Thank you, Bendo. Well, thank you so much, World of Cars, for being here and still
You're a
supporting
legend.
with your
Wait,
very
what was
welcome
Rocks of the
donations.
Forbidden Fives element again?
Fear.
fear.
I love that you
Right,
used the
something,
full.
yeah.
The
Yeah.
full title.
It's actually Rocks of the
Yeah,
Wildness.
address
Oh,
them
yeah, Rocks of the
properly.
Wildness. No, it's Rocks of the Wildness of the Forbidden Five.
Yeah,
You
these
must
guys are
address them all properly.
they're just Paraka with rock sheep powers. Hashtag read Bionicle. But yeah, these guys are cool. I will say, if I can be like downer mode for a second, I still continue to be like slightly like I didn't predict things were gonna go in this direction with like the Forbidden Five like completely taking the villain spot away from like Roz. And like I wonder how we're gonna loop back around to like Roz's master.
is
You know what
true.
I mean? Like
mean,
I'm
we
thinking
have-
we will.
I think at this point we'll probably have like Roz be not necessarily an anti-hero, but like get
Yeah.
more information. Like, I don't know, because like his intentions are noble, but like he's
You are probably right. Because I wasn't, I knew we were gonna get Forbidden 5 focus, but like now we have Thunderfang, and I didn't really expect that, and that's kind of cool. I wonder what his deal is. So I'm like, yeah.
I'm just seeing
I think they're
Da in
gonna
the
keep
live
Roz.
chat. Oh, sorry.
I think
Go
they're
ahead.
gonna keep Roz's Master a mystery for another season. To be honest, there's
What
too
did
much
you just
in
say?
this season.
Roz's master is Mr. E?
Oh my god. So I'm just laughing at Da in the live chats, just the Roz line, all the information Jay Walker has, I also have. I don't know why. Every time I see a stupid Roz line like that, I just can't help but laugh. He's so funny.
Dude, I love out of context Roz
I
quotes.
love Roz quotes so much. They always make
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rock Forbidden 5.
I'm trying to think what else like stood out to me in the trailers. I mean, it was a lot of good action.
Yeah, we can.
I love Kurt's
see.
use of decay.
Yeah, R.I.P. Roby.
Oh yeah, decay
Yeah.
is crazy. That's like a
Yeah.
brutal power for.
I hope
for
it's like
the villains to
temporary.
have. It probably will be. I'm guessing it just.
Just imagine if it wasn't.
I'm guessing it just weakens people. Like that's all it's gonna really boil down to.
It just dehydrates you.
Yeah. I need water.
A lot of good action as usual. Like I cannot overstate how cool Drix's power is. I love characters like that can do that. I think we're gonna get some like killer fight scenes as a result of that.
It looks like he's like actually made of bugs. Like
Yeah,
I think that the scene
Yeah,
where like
yeah.
all the bugs are like closing back in is like Kai like shooting a fireball
Is
through him,
this
and it
guy
just like
bugs? Is this guy
it just blows a
bugs?
hole in his chest, but it's just all bugs.
Yeah.
That's so cool. That's
Hey,
gonna be really
perfect
awesome.
timing.
Yeah, that screenshot is showing. But yeah, I mean the Forbidden 5, I just think like I'm just glad that, they've been going really crazy with like character designs in Dragons Rising. Now that they have the freedom to basically, I mean they always did before, but even with like the merge and everything, they have the freedom to basically just make characters like whatever they want. And the fact that these characters all look so different from anything we've seen before, while also very well like keeping in with the Ninjago aesthetic, is really cool. And the fact that their powers are all interesting. Like I was kind of worried their powers would be a bit of a letdown. But like, I mean, judging by the names, most of them seem pretty cool. So that's
And we got a
exciting.
few shots in like one of the trailers. I'm not sure if it's this one, but like of the very mysterious character Rogue.
Oh my god.
Oh yeah, I wonder who
who
that
it'll be.
is. I wonder who
Who
that
is
could
that
be.
guy?
He's the sixth member of the Forbidden Five. Look at his
Secret
hat, bro.
sixth member. He wants to
Yeah.
be on the team so bad.
He does.
Wow. Are they actually going to treat that as like another ongoing like mystery?
They
Who's
better
that?
not.
Stupid.
That would be
It's,
really. That would be so lame if like the whole season he shows up and then Ninja never recognize him and it's like, who is this?
Who is this blue lightning theme
I don't
guy?
think they'll do. I don't think they'll do
Who's
that.
this
I
guy
think
with
they
the letter J on his back.
they made it pretty obvious that it's him.
Yeah.
I think this is the set of episodes where we finally see Jay get good screen time.
Yes. I think we are gonna arrive at plot relevant Jay.
I think
I
last
said
season
twice before.
I expected it last season, but I was glad
Yeah.
when they kind of kept it out because that season had a lot going on. But I think
To be fair, this one also has a lot.
this one also has a lot going on, but I think hopefully, from what we've been seeing, Jay should fit into that pretty well. I don't think he'll be back on the team by the end of part 1. I think part 2 will focus on him more, but I think this one will give us at least a good episode with him.
I'm gonna be real, it might just be like the hat, I don't want to project too hard, but like I would really like if Jay didn't rejoin the team proper and just kind of was like the new Ronin equivalent, where it's like somebody they work with occasionally.
I would
every now and then.
welcome that too.
I also hope he doesn't get his memory back. Like form new relationships with the ninja, but like it'd be cool if he lost his memory permanently.
Yeah. I
Don't
don't
at
think
me.
that'll happen, but
It's
I,
probably
that
not
would be
gonna
really
happen,
fun.
but that's cool. It's a good idea.
I hope he doesn't like get his memories back and then his soul is unshattered immediately.
Oh no, his goodness came back.
His-
Oh, I'm
Yeah,
sorry,
I
Dawa.
forgot about that.
Dawa says, my mic made his ears
Uh-oh.
bleed. Like, am I too loud?
Hopefully not. Chat, let me know if the audio levels are wacky. They were good
Yeah, let him
before the
know.
stream,
Bendo
but
can turn me down to like,
yeah.
I don't know, 10%.
Yeah,
It's fine.
I'll turn you down in Discord real quick right now and see.
Because I do have a
Let me
bad
know.
habit of
Let me know if
screaming.
let me know if the audio's good.
All right. I love crystallized. Just kidding. I don't. Yelling. Okay. Anyway.
And did
What
you know
else?
that Dao is also another Ice Chapter fan?
Uh-oh.
Who?
We're surrounded.
Dao? Oh no, we're quickly being outnumbered.
But
This is not good.
yeah, I'm nervous about Jay. I think he'll get a good amount of screen time. I'm worried about how they're gonna handle that screen time. I don't think this is gonna be the set of episodes to like make that much progress with his like whatever arc they do for him. But I think it'll give us a better idea of where we expect him to go. Because right now we really don't know. So I'm hoping we kind of get a good idea of what they're cooking with him, because we've really only gotten scraps of like setup. We don't really know what the through line with him is. But the other big thing
It is really weird that there's been like 40 episodes and we've barely got like
it is strange.
anything.
It is really strange.
What's the other big thing?
The other big thing is Roz and Arin's dynamic. We've gotten to see a bit more of that through the trailers, which honestly it really reminds me of like Lloyd and Garmadon. Like,
Yeah.
dare I say, even crystallized Lloyd and Garmadon dynamic a little bit. Not to make people nervous, but it's kind of the vibes I get from it. It's like Arin trying to, fight against, being like too much like Roz, but Roz trying to push him in that direction. So I'm curious. What do you guys think about where Arin's going? We've really only seen scraps, but how are we
I'm
feeling?
excited.
can
It's a really good it's a really good continuation of his character. We haven't really done like anything like that before.
Yeah. Especially for like the new main character.
Mm-hmm.
I feel
he
like
probably will rejoin the ninja by the end of part 1.
Oh, I really hope he
Unfortunately,
doesn't.
but like I don't know.
It is.
Here's the thing. Like a lot of people, they talk about the Aaron stuff very like extremely, and they're like evil Aaron, evil
Right.
Aaron, and like it's not like that, right?
Exactly.
Aaron's not going to turn evil.
Yeah.
It's like it's disillusioned Aaron, and I hope that doesn't change. Like he can, like, I don't want him to like go full villain mode, but I do want him to like pursue his own thing. I want him to pursue it in his own way, in a way that the ninja might not approve of, so they're ideologically opposed. That's what I want.
Right.
And to get that, all I really need is for him to not rejoin the ninja at the end of part 1. If that happens, it's over. But if it doesn't happen, then we're so back, chat.
It just depends on how it happens for me, because I fully expect it, and like you said, like it's not evil Aaron. The way I see it, it's like, I mean, people like to point out like when people say like villain Aaron 2, they also go like, well, not really. But I feel like at least like he is acting as an antagonist at this point. He will be working like he's working against what the ninja are kind of trying to work for and fight for. From what we saw, like it does seem like he wants to undo the merge, which is a very big like maybe we shouldn't do that kind of thing. He's very desperate at this point. It's just, will they make it, like, will they turn this into an arc that is worth it for all of this build up and for all this great writing they've already done? Like, will the climax of whatever the story is be worth it?
The only thing they need to do to make that work is they need to finally explain what the merge actually is all about. Because wanting to undo the merge, to me, it means nothing as a choice if you don't know what the consequences of doing that are. And for the ninja to know what the consequences of doing that are, so they can be opposed to that. You know what I mean? Because we know it's probably a bad thing because we're like, oh well, if Wu did it, then he probably had a reason. But if they know what it was and what the dangers of quote unquote reversing it would actually be, that's where you can have the ideological shift. It's like, would Arin be willing to cause XYZ harm if it meant he got his parents back?
You're right. I mean,
that's interesting.
If they had a clear this bad thing will happen if the merge, a more maybe cataclysmic consequence. I think the first season did a good job of properly establishing the good and bad of the merge through Arin and Sora already. I think even with just Sora's story, it's pretty clear that if the merge was undone, it would undo a lot of people's new lives that they've formed after the merge and all the things that have changed. For some people it would be a good thing because maybe some people would, their lives would go back to the way it was before. For other people, their new lives that they created after would be completely destroyed, basically. So it's I think they've already done a decent job of giving stakes to individual characters. Of obviously this is a huge contention between our two main leads, Arin and Sora, because they have completely different views on how their lives were affected by it. Arin really sees the merge as affecting his life in a bad way, and Sora sees it as more of a good thing.
Mm-hmm.
So I think even just that, if they really take that conflict and push it and give us a scene between the two that explores that idea, I think that might even be enough to show the consequences potentially of Arin wanting to undo the merge. But maybe if there was even more to it, that would also heighten the stakes of that choice. It just depends on how they do it. I'm not sure. I'm really not sure.
I'm so hyped. I'm interested. I want to see how it shakes out.
Catastrophe in the chat says Crunch and Knuckles will show Arin the importance of friendship and he'll go back to the ninja.
No, thank you. I'm alright. I'm good.
They also said Arin only bakes evil pies now.
Oh, that's a tragedy.
Well, think about this, Meso. They've said that they don't want to introduce new old characters into the show unless they have a good reason to. So,
Dear
God.
That brings up that does bring up a good point though. Or I guess a good segue into, we haven't seen the things that the trailers haven't shown, right? Because because of the sets, we all know Pixel and Moro are gonna be in the season to an extent. The sets have made that clear.
No, don't take me seriously, please.
No. You're cooking.
How do we think Moro and Pixel fit into this? Because this
I think the worst thing that they do at Moro, besides completely getting him wrong, would be he, because the similarities of Moro and Arin. If Moro is entirely the reason for Arin's turn back to the ninja,
yeah,
I would not like that.
I think
that was your doomsday scenario, right?
Yeah, we discussed this on a previous stream, I think.
I didn't know that.
No, you're fine. I'm just saying, just because just to bring up the fact that me and Meso had a disagreement on this specific topic, which was really funny.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because I'm over here. I agree with you. I'm on your side, Cube. I'm I really don't think that Moro should be a vehicle for Arin's arc. But
I don't think
Meso,
he
what's your
should
take?
tie up everything in a nice bow because that would mean it really would be over in half of a season.
Right.
But I do think that it would be fine if Mora like lent his life experience to Aaron to like help inform his choices, or like if he tried to talk him out of it, or like maybe he even fed into it, you know? We just assume Mora's gonna be like this helpful, like wise person, but like, you know, just because he helped Wu and the ninja out like one time, he still has like a life full of like bitter resentment. You know, like who knows how it's gonna go, but I think it's a smart use of the character.
I think best case scenario for me is that Moro interacts with Lloyd and like shows him like how to reach out to Aaron, basically, as someone who's been in that position.
Yeah.
Yeah, that could be good too.
Maybe. I just hope that it's not like. mm, I don't mind if they do stuff with Moro and Aaron, but I hope it's not like Moro talks to Aaron once, and then Aaron is like, then Aaron just goes back to the ninja or something.
I doubt
Like,
that I doubt that Moro's going to be like a mainstay character. I'm sure he's probably just going to be like in one episode.
Yeah.
You know.
That's what I've been thinking.
I think the same. Yeah, I feel like it'll have something to do with like. I feel like they can use Moro to explain like how the departed realm works now. Maybe.
For sure, yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I'm hoping for. Because
That would be good.
it even looked like I've seen some speculation that like there's some shots of like Roz and Aaron in like this black and white kind of realm. And there's some speculation like maybe that's like the departed realm.
I
Yeah.
haven't even seen that.
Dude, I want to see all the dead characters just hanging out, like having a party.
Huge
I
cameo.
want to see Chen again.
Dude.
Everyone from the Ever realm, unfortunately.
Yeah, oh my,
Yeah,
dude! If Akita shows up in the departed realm, the
No,
community
no,
would
no,
lose
no.
their mind.
No.
Akita and Chen hanging out.
No.
Sorry.
Can you imagine? Oh no. What if Mr. F and Mr. E are both there?
Hanging out with the Crystal King.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
I mean, if Cryptor, you know, could
Maybe-
be there,
maybe we
anything
shouldn't.
is possible.
Maybe we shouldn't go to the departed realm. Never mind. I changed my mind. I changed my mind.
But yeah, I'm really excited. It's gonna be a good time. Only like what? A little under 3 weeks.
Yeah, April 17th.
Damn.
So we're getting there.
Until we get all 10 episodes at once.
Yeah. Dude, I wish we could get weekly release so bad. I feel like I say this on every podcast, but like
I can't believe Seabound, in retrospect, Seabound was the last season before like the batch release cycle. Damn.
True.
we're getting better marketing now, but at what cost?
Yeah, at what cost? Like, there's no point on like theorizing between episodes anymore. Like, imagine if we got all of Sons of Garmadon at once, you know?
Yeah, that would be terrible. Like,
Yeah.
it's so much fun to like watch an episode and like theorize about it. Because the thing is, like, because I definitely plan to make like some kind of video essay on, you know, the season when it comes out, as I normally do for each episode release. But if I didn't have to do that, I feel like I would just take my time with it, you know? Like, I'd watch like one episode a day or a week, even.
Yeah.
On my own. But
well, apparently we're getting different. I think other episodes are coming out earlier in like other places.
Yippee!
It's like it's not too long beforehand. I think it's like a day or two before.
I saw people in Zero Jump was saying April 11th in France.
Huh.
Of course.
So
we'll see how that goes.
That's true.
That's
it's
all
so
scary.
over, chat.
I was about to say. Oh wait, no. Teletoon's gone now, isn't it?
I believe so. R.I.P.
Teletoon was like the mortal enemy of Ninjago
Yeah,
airing.
but somehow
for
like
so long.
it's still crazy to me. We'll get into like 2 specific leak screenshots later, but it's crazy to me how common these screenshots being leaked is become. Like, where are these coming from? Like, how are these getting out there? And they're so random too. Like, some of them are so random. I'm guessing
It's
it's like
insane, like the stuff we have seen from these leaked screenshots, and yet like we've not seen Pixel like at all.
right.
You know,
The
like a character we know.
we have the fact that we haven't seen like Pixel or Moro in a leaked screenshot is like a miracle. But watch
Yeah.
us say that now. We still have a few weeks before the season comes out.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's
God.
still very much possible. Yeah, the one other thing I wanted to say about the trailer before we move on to the sets is
Oh, no.
I find it very cool that from the background of a couple shots you can tell that we seem to be returning to Ninjago finally. Ericor's
Oh,
seems to
yeah.
have
I'm so
rebuilt it,
excited.
and that
That's
seems like
insane.
we'll get another Jin episode.
With the same 3 ninja again.
Yeah, it's like Sora and Nia. I think it was just Sora and Nia before.
And Ryu.
Oh, and Ryu, right.
Yeah. I
That
wonder
would
be
so
so
I
hype.
feel like they probably
Yeah,
get like
Ryu was
summoned or something.
Yeah, summoned by Ericor, and then, you know, Rox pulls up and
That would
traps
be
him.
incredibly cool.
But
At that point,
That's
could Nia?
exciting.
Oh wait, no, she probably couldn't. I was gonna be like Nia could just wish like lead me to Jay.
that is
That's
true.
true,
I
I
mean, they
suppose.
did that with Cole, didn't they?
Yeah, it was like lead me to the core, and then
Oh, right.
Paul was with the
But
core.
you couldn't lead someone to
or
like
the-
I don't think you can like have it lead to a specific person.
Yeah,
Is something that
that's-
they stated.
I wonder how like if the magic has increased at all since they last saw him.
I mean, his wish magic must be crazy now that he has. Like, it looks like a
Get rid
whole
of it, like-
realm, but maybe it's just like an island right
Yeah.
now. We don't really
Yeah.
know yet.
Also, I think it's really cool that Frack is part of the team.
Yes,
Yes.
that is
Frack
awesome.
Squeep.
Cool.
Frack
love
being on the
Frack so
team
much.
makes me really happy.
It's so cool how like they didn't introduce him as like a new member of the team. They like had a small story from first.
Yeah.
Very cool. Like they're organically growing the team like a bit by bit over time.
Yeah.
People who say that like oh they just replaced Arin, that's stupid. Like Frack is like his childhood friend. You don't think that he's gonna join them to look for him.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
It makes
It's
no
like-
sense.
It'd be good story wise as well when Aaron sees the Frack with the ninja.
Yeah,
Right.
because they'll feel like
Yeah.
they've been replaced.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wonder if
Like
they'll take advantage of that.
I just think people are too used to like elemental masters appearing and then completely disappearing. So I
Mhm.
think like the fact that one actually stuck around, it's like, well why? It's like because he has a reason to.
Yeah.
Why would he leave? He has no master anymore. You know, like his best friend is missing. Why wouldn't he stay?
Yeah, like it wouldn't make sense if he's just like, all right, bye guys.
This
Good luck with the Aaron
know.
thing.
If
Yeah,
this was like in 2015, that's exactly what would have happened. By the way,
Honestly,
literally. No literal like Skylar
it would have
moment.
been like,
I guess that's true. I'm gonna Frack's like, sorry guys, I'm gonna go run a noodle shop.
Yeah.
It was my secret passion all along. Good luck finding Aaron.
no,
Bye.
it would be a pie shop. It
Literally.
would be a pie shop.
Yeah. It is
Yeah.
memory. Who else is gonna bake pies in Aaron's memory? Well,
I'm
I'll go
actually
search for him.
shocked that like Roby, like is in the season. Like they're continuing the side characters.
Yeah.
From, like, the previous
Like they're
2 seasons and
revisiting
stuff.
the tournament Temple City. It's not just a one-off
Yeah.
location we'll never see again. Like it's still relevant.
We also got to see it in the past.
Oh,
too.
we haven't talked about the Thunderfang lore.
Yeah.
Like the fact that he fought
Oh,
in
yeah.
like the Dragon vs Oni war.
Scraps of the Oni.
He's apparently,
the
like,
mortal
the-
enemies.
He's apparently like the militaristic like version of like the Omega, or like the dragon version of like the Omega,
Interesting.
in
That's
terms of like power scaling, I guess.
That's crazy.
I feel like he could just stomp
So-
on Omega though.
Fair.
Oh yeah.
Omega was so underwhelming.
It's
Dude, the
cool that
Oni-
they're finally bringing in like the first realm though, the first realm stuff into Dragons Rising.
Oh yeah, for sure. I hope I genuinely do hope we get more Oni lore at some point, because like what we saw of them in March of the Oni and what they're talking about here, like you're telling me those tiny little Oni were fighting those giant like source dragons and it was like a fair battle.
Well, I mean,
Like-
we also saw in like Sons of Garmadon that the Oni could also get really big too. So like they were depicted
Yeah.
as like huge.
We saw like murals of like giant like Oni warlords and stuff
I
that
choose
just never
Yeah.
to
showed up.
believe it is my cope, but I choose to believe that what we saw in March of the Oni was just like a small strike force.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Like
thinking. 'Cause, like,
they sent
think
like a
that's-
little group to like take out that realm.
Well, my
Yeah.
head canon is always that because Mistake was the warlord of hatred, whenever she died, Omega finally like gained that mantle, and like that's why he's like a new like warlord essentially. Just the color scheme, the purple, all that stuff,
Yeah.
and the whole like shadow thing that like Mistake did and all that.
Do
yeah.
you think they'll touch on
Um,
the Oni ever again, considering they purposely danced around the
I don't
name
know.
Oni with
It's-
Thunder
I hope
Wing
so.
Factor?
It's
No. I don't think they will. I think they feel that chapter's closed.
I mean, it would be really unfortunate because like I don't think now is the time for sure. Like I think the dragon stuff is really interesting.
We're so near.
make a new show called Dragons Falling or Oni Falling.
But like at some point it would be cool to like see like the Oni depicted in those murals that we saw in Sons of Garmadon and like learn more about them now that we have so much more info on the dragons. And like that lore
mean-
is a lot deeper now.
I guess I say like, why would they? But like, so Dragons Rising is gonna end at some point. They've planned it to have an ending, and then after that, like, what would be next in like the Ninjago saga? You know what I mean? What to draw from? The Oni could be a good thing to touch again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like even within Dragons Rising, like the Oni is a pretty good end game for like if we wanted a climactic final battle.
I
Who
mean, they did the
else
Overlord
are
many
the
times.
who else are the dragons most known for fighting against? Unless we're gonna
Yeah,
have big dragon v dragon final conflict, which would also be
Yeah,
cool.
like do them justice finally.
Yeah, exactly.
That'd be cool.
But,
Like
whatever happened to the
redo
last
March of
one.
the Oni, but
also
you know.
part of me thinks we gotta think a bit more creatively with Dragons Rising in that regard. So who knows?
fair enough.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure what to expect
Maybe-
from years down the line.
All right.
Shall
What else
we?
is there?
Yeah. Anything else you guys want to say about the trailers or the posters or the teasers or whatnot before we talk about sets?
I want to bring up something slightly that I'm
Posters
salty
look
about.
cool.
I hate that the climber suits are basically the base suits now.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. What do we think of
That
the
makes me,
Sorry, go ahead.
no, I was just gonna say that makes me so mad that they're the base suits.
No, I get
trailer.
it. It's like the scuba suits being like it's like if the
Yeah.
scuba suits were the default suit of like the
Like,
Wild Brain
imagine
era.
imagine if after Masters of the Mountain the ninja stayed in their hero suits.
Yeah.
That would be really strange. It doesn't really bother me personally because I kind of just don't like any of the Dragons Rising suits besides the tournament ones. So I don't really care what suits they're
Yeah.
wearing at this point. But I do understand.
I like the climber suits, but I think that like they always have like two different suit types. They always have like the really specific like mission specific
Right.
suits that they wear, and then they have just kind of like a generic, a suit that can be used for like everything. I feel like the season 11 suits were that. The Dragons Rising season 1 suits were kind of like that. And then like, the scuba suits, hero suits, the climber suits, they're all like
It is
mission
really
specific.
strange.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, like, but even in like a marketing sense, imagine like a kid wants like the ninja and like their main looks. The climber suits come in like one set with all of them, I think.
Yeah, they're not
And
that
that's
hard to
it.
get a hold of.
I
Or not
still
that
have
easy.
I still have to
Yeah.
get climber coal because I don't want to get the card.
I
Right.
I just got the magazine. I can't believe the magazine gave us all the climber ninja. That was insane.
Wait. Climber coal comes in magazine now?
All of the climber ninja have been released in the magazine. including
Oh,
the-
he's finally gonna be cheaper on Brooklyn now. He was always like $16.
Shoot.
Well, that's good. I'll keep a lookout for him then.
Yeah, that's what I'm salty
Also,
about.
Bartos magazines exist, not in the U.S.
Yeah, that's
Bruh.
which is
Yeah,
the main
that is a
thing.
Europe privilege, like specific.
That's
Like-
crazy. I want to say the only comment I had before we moved on to sets was I do want to highlight how we went from probably the worst Ninjago poster ever, the one with Thunderfang in the background, to one of the best
Oh, yeah.
Ninjago posters with the 5 in the background. So
It's
well
so
done.
cool.
Wait, which poster are you talking about? Are you talking about the
Oh,
one with
yeah.
like the one where you
The
see, like-
horizontal one.
10 million characters and Thunderfang.
Oh, that one.
Who I
What?
despise that poster. But then this one's really cool.
I like both of them, but I do like
I
the second
like
one
that.
better.
I like the one with like a billion characters on it. I kind of like just because it's fun to like look at all the little things. Like when this first came out, it was really cool to like look at
It
everything.
hurts my eyes, bro. I
Uh,
needed more contrast or
but,
something
like,
to make like the
Yeah,
layers.
no. Looking at the whole thing like at once is really like distracting.
that
It
fact
does
that-
not look great.
I-
But this new
it wa-
one is so good.
It was
That's
cool
good.
seeing like all of the like all the character like it's cool seeing all the characters that are gonna be in it just because I don't know, that was the first time we saw most of these characters.
Yeah.
Like Freck's new suit, Zane's like new body. I think that's the first time we saw Kerr probably.
Yeah.
And the individual
um,
poses are really good. It's just like
Yeah.
the composition of it is really messy.
The
Yeah.
colors are too singing.
Jay been on in Dragons Rising, so
That's true.
I mean Rogue, sorry, the bounty hunter. The
Yeah.
Rogue,
But
sweet.
then the second poster is like it's so good.
It's so clean.
yeah, I love Aaron's pose in this.
I love the implication that Rox is like the leader. I feel like we all kind of assumed that Noct would be because he was the first one.
I thought it would have been Zarked, to be honest.
Oh really?
Also-
The way he was being demanding in the nether, whatever it's called.
Nether space? Yeah, that's
That-
fair.
Yeah. Well,
I
yeah,
won-
I like that it's rocks, though.
Oh yeah, for sure. I wonder if the like Arin on the poster implies that he's gonna give up the prismatic blade to like one of the 5.
Or be the one to set
Or yeah, or
To
be
set
the
me
one to
free.
ultimately
God,
set Thunderfang
use the
free.
blade, set me free, and I shall give you the power that you seek.
Peak actual bars right there. But yeah,
All right.
I'm
Yeah,
pretty
I want like Aaron to make like a fatal mistake in this season.
yeah, that would be a really good like climax for whatever like his story is this
Honestly,
season.
Honestly, if Aaron is the one that
From
cuts
just-
up the last chain, that would be like
Yeah, like for him
that'd
to
be
like
incredible.
do an
God.
irreversible thing that just messes everything up, but he only did it because like he thought it could get him closer to finding his parents or closer, you know, to being strong
Dude,
enough to do.
what if
Dude,
that scene? Go on.
no. I think we just had the same
What
exact.
if that scene with him like crying?
Okay, maybe not.
Mine was the scene with him crying, and we were like, "Oh, it's like a black and white area, like maybe they're in the Departed realm." What if he sees his parents?
Oh
Yeah, I've seen people
And
say that would be
and
messed
they're
up.
just dead.
That would be so messed up.
Oh my god.
That would be so messed up.
I would laugh. I'm sorry. It'd be funny.
Yeah, we went to this administration place and they sent us to the curse realm, but it doesn't exist anymore.
I was
so
gonna
it's
say-
here.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, what if Thunderfang promises Arin that he can give him elemental powers, and that's why he frees him?
Oh yeah.
What if
I
Moro
got
gets Aaron?
the glasses gang in the chat saying new images leaked. What
Oh,
are these images?
God.
Oh
Oh,
boy.
no.
Are they?
Does someone want to check Twitter real fast? And see?
I've checked. I do
I'm
not
doing
see
it.
anything on Twitter.
I don't.
I guess we'll find out with
I guess
time.
we'll find out.
But I would actually, because like the whole conversation about should Arin get powers has been a huge thing. Personally, if he ended up getting powers but for the wrong reasons, I'm curious
be-
if that would be a
I'd
good,
be
story decision or not.
I'd be cool, maybe cool with that if it's not like a permanent thing. Like he gives them
Yeah.
up as like a showcase of his how far he's come or something.
Right.
Apparently, the
I had
images
to-
are really big spoilers, and I would rather if you guys didn't show the later.
Okay.
Fair enough.
We really did just jinx it, didn't we, earlier when we were talking about, oh, it's so crazy Amaro and Pixel haven't been leaked yet. That's
And then
probably what it
what if it's
is,
like-
isn't it?
What if it? Worse, what if it was Akita in the Departed Realm?
Dude, I will die of laughter. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Nah, they wouldn't do that. I feel like, oh,
If we did,
I don't know.
if we show any leaks, just so you guys know, we'll be sure to warn you. Like, there's leaked screenshots at the end that we plan to show, and we'll give a warning before that happens, as well as leak sets. So, don't worry if you don't want to see leaks. We will be sure to warn you well in advance if we show.
Fine.
them.
I'm like actively searching. I can't find them. So
Well, maybe we shouldn't push it then.
yeah. I mean,
maybe we should just live in oblivion in that case.
Yeah.
Or maybe Chad is trolling us. I don't know. We'll see. We'll find out. If someone stumbles across it, then feel free to post it.
It's Laval.
in the
It's
server.
Laval. He's returned.
Fall shit.
Imagine.
Yeah.
Prager is the
Now-
master.
Now my brain's stuck on this whole Arin freeing Thunderfang thing because I think that would be
That would be really
interesting. And
like,
even if he
if the
didn't get
episode
powers,
is
but he
like
was
10,
promised powers because that's Thunderfang's whole thing. So the fact that he gave the Forbidden 5 elemental powers and that he
just the
promises
thought,
to
like,
boost them.
ultimate, like the penultimate episode, like the shot before the credits being like Aaron cutting the last chain, and then the episode just ends
Mm-hmm.
like
That'd be
with
awesome.
no music. Oh,
That would be so cool.
I don't know. If
I just went and listened
Yeah.
back to the stream replay, and my mic was like freaking out big
Oh,
time.
really?
Like I went like it's not even like a volume thing. I went full robot mode
Oh,
on the
God.
replay. Like I went like I was like.
Did anybody else's mic do that?
No, it was just me. Everybody else was normal.
damn.
I can try
I'm worried.
running it through a different audio channel.
I don't know. I don't know
Oh, I
what
see
the
the,
deal is.
I found the images.
Okay.
Oh, did you? At
Okay.
least send them like. At
Send
least
them
send them to
I wanna
me.
know.
Okay.
Yeah, post them in the
Chat. Let me know how the audio is. Yeah, you can post
I'll
them with
post them in
spoiler
our-
tags.
will I put- Okay.
Oh, I
give
just
me
got a
sec,
DM
my-
from.
my- what's this,
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was only like that one brief moment. So if it happens again, if there's robot mode
Open at your
again,
own
just let us know.
I switched the audio the way the audio's inputting. So chat, let me know if the audio's
Oh.
fine.
Open at your own risk, I guess.
Wow, that's very okay. Not
None
that
of these
bad.
are too bad. The last one though is. I feel like you're gonna laugh.
Okay.
We'll see if any of these are discussion worthy, but don't worry, we won't show them until the very, very end, and we'll give warning if
This
we do.
last-
Nothing
I think
discussion worthy so far.
I think this will
Yeah.
make Messa laugh.
Okay, that was pretty fun. We'll have to talk about that last one just because it's funny. We'll talk about the last
World
one.
World of Cars Entertainment. The spoiler screenshot is Harumi and Akita were seen together and are a couple. Thank you, World of Cars Entertainment.
Imagine
I
both
appreciate
being-
that. I'm down. I ship it.
Hey, I mean,
Lloyd
Harumi's
having
on
a
the set, so
Akita Rumi.
she could come back.
Yeah,
Lloyd's
audio's
next
fine
jet, like,
currently.
vision.
Okay,
His
just
next
let us
vision
know
Yeah.
if
is
it
just
happens
Akita
again.
Harumi.
Yeah, chat, let me know if Messo's mic starts freaking out again. I don't know why that was happening. Sorry about that.
Thank you.
Hopefully I've circumvented the issue.
We
All
should
right.
Show the funny screenshot, and then we should probably move into set talk.
We'll show the screenshot at the end with the other
Oh, right.
leaks.
You're right.
So no leaks right now. We're gonna first start off with sets that you guys I'm sure have seen for months now. So these are official set images, just so we're
And
clear.
sets that are out that you can
that
like
are out
buy.
right now. Yeah, that too. So the first one is Thunderfang. I don't know the full set name. Sorry, I'm
I have
I'm not
I
on
have
top
both
of
of
it.
these sets, so I can give
Okay,
like
yes.
opinions on them.
Please
That'd be
do.
awesome.
Thunderfang is awesome.
Goated.
Okay.
He's so cool. Focuses. Okay, so there's a thing like with my dragons. There's like very specific things that I like and dislike about them. I really like when dragons focus more on posability rather than play features. So like, ball jointed wings, ball jointed tail, all that kind of stuff. I don't like whenever they have functions that make the wings flat, but they're like static the rest of the time, or like when they have like that the swishy tail like function where the tail goes
Agreed.
back and forth. Um, so Thunderfang has like all posability, and like no play features. Focus is the exact opposite, has all play features and like no posability at all. Focus just like stands there. Like they don't even have like ball joint. They don't even have like joints in their back legs. And then they have like the movable wings and like the swishy tail, and I don't like that.
So what you're saying is Thunderfang is the winner.
Thunderfang is awesome. Focus is cool as like a statue basically.
Okay.
It's Focus is a lot bigger than Thunderfang, which makes sense because they're a $100 set and Thunderfang's a $70 set. So
I give Thunderfang props for being like totally different than anything else we've gotten before.
yeah, in terms of like, because Thunderfang also stands up, so like from the front he looks like way bigger than he actually is. Because he's like boned, he's like rail thin. But that that's just part of his design. But like whenever he's like standing up and like arms are fully splayed out, the wings are above him and everything, he looks a lot bigger than he is, which is really cool next to Focus. You really like don't see, you don't expect Focus to be like as big, I guess. But yeah, really cool. I really like the minifigures for them, especially I always love when we get Sora's like actual hairpiece, like accurate hairpiece. I like it a lot better than the stupid helmet that they gave her last wave. I like the helmet in terms of like the ninja designs. I just don't think it fits her specifically. And then Arin is peak design.
Oh, Aaron's suit is so
I
cool.
agree completely. His new suit rocks.
And then
rocks from the Forbidden Five.
right, you mean Rocks of the Wildness. And then Tyr is cool, but like all the Dragonians are cool. So
Yeah.
and then Zart comes in the Focus set, and Pixel too. So
Jeez, Pixel's in 3 sets.
yeah,
Crazy.
I really wish they put Zarks and Pixel in
in
Thunderfang,
Thunderfang.
because
Yeah, you can't have them all, I guess.
If I were to buy one of these, I'm definitely. I'm not too keen on the Dragon of Focus. Or
Yeah,
Source Dragon of Focus, rather.
I mean that's fair.
But
I mean, like I guess you do get the new Arin figure, which is a lot better
Yeah,
than
that
the
is
Arin figure
nice.
from the last wave.
like, I'd be down to own Thunderfang. I already have all these minifigs basically.
My
so...
my one nitpick is I wish that they made the chains, because I wish they made the chains in the like iridescent blue, because they
Yeah.
have that piece. Like they've made it in that color before for the Lady Bone Demon. So it would have been cool if they had the chains for that, especially like the short chain, because I don't think they have the short chain in that color. But they do have the longer ones, so you can switch them out if you want. And then the little play feature where you like put the swords in is pretty cool. It's really simple, but like it works really well.
I can imagine like this being a really big set for like any
Also-
kids who are really into like Thunderfang and like watching the show. Because I remember like this reminds me of like the Great Devourer set in a way. I remember when that came out, and it was so cool to have like a big build of the
Yeah.
Great Devourer.
Yeah.
I feel like this is like the Dragons Rising version of that.
Honestly, I really love whenever they have like the villain is like a set. It's really cool.
Yeah, whenever they have like
The Great
big monster
Devourer,
fights.
Rojira.
Like the Wojira one bothers me because like
it's not accurate.
it's not accurate, and it's just like a small part of like a bigger set.
Well, I mean, so is the Great Devourer.
Great
It
Devourer
was the
too,
smaller
but like
version
at
of
least
the
with that you
Ultra
get like
Dragon.
the other part of the set is also really cool. At least like
Yeah,
at the
no,
time
I get
was.
it. Like the
Like you get the whole fight. you know,
yeah,
between
like the Endless Sea set
dragon.
is like not great.
Yeah, so it's like I'm glad we're going back. This set I think it would have been cool if there was like a ninja side to it to get more of a battle. But
Mhm.
I'm glad that they also just devoted all the pieces to just being like, here is an accurate Thunderfang, and I think it looks
Yeah.
pretty good. Like to the like compared to the
I
model in the show, this is a way more accurate dragon to show.
yeah.
Yeah.
I
than
like
we've
I
seen
I
in a
really
while.
like how the wings work, where like they are they're meant to be posed like splayed out like how it is in the set image. It just makes them look like super big, and especially like how they kind of function in the show, where they're like maelstroms of energy. It's it his like silhouette is really really cool.
I was talking about the dragon, the show comparison, and everybody just started saying poor Rock too. We'll get to that. We'll get there.
Dude, what a nightmare.
Oh no.
But yeah, Thunderfang's pretty cool. I think they did
We
a
don't have
pretty
to
good
talk
job.
about that.
He's so
And I
cool.
Let's
think
just
I'm
talk about
glad,
how
like, as much as it would have been cool to have like a huge like the source dragon we got last wave. I forget which one
motion.
was it.
Motion.
Motion.
Mhm.
Yeah, if we had like that kind of size set, I admit it would be really cool. But I'm glad they also kind of made them more affordable.
Yeah. Also, I guess he is the size of. Well, he's not as big as the source dragon, but yeah.
Yeah, he seems considerably like less pieces. I don't know how the price compares, but it looks like a cheaper set. I don't know. what the
It's I think
price
it's like literally like almost half the cost.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
I think motion was 150 and this is 70,
Oh, yeah.
75, something like that. So
That doesn't even seem that bad.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
I'm glad they made this accessible for 'cause
Yeah.
I feel like this is a really
Yeah.
this would be a really
I-
popular set if like I was the age I was when I first watched Rise of the Snakes when
Yeah.
this came out.
hmm
Yeah. This is a very oddly nostalgic looking set for me because it just feels like something I would have loved.
yeah.
Yeah, it's good to get another villain. set.
Also keep remember for later that that there's a bunch of exposed studs all over him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Which I was confused about whenever I was building him. I was thinking I was missing steps because like just whole parts of his forearm just have like exposed studs on them.
Also, yeah, that's true.
But,
He technically isn't a source dragon. He's a arc dragon, right?
He's half
I
a
don't-
source dragon.
Is he even an arc dragon? I thought he was
He's just a
doesn't
dragon.
have like a
No.
rank.
But the thing is, my point is, he's huge in the show. So
Oh yeah.
he's like He's kind of comparable. He is comparable to the size of the arc dragon of Focus.
Yes, yeah.
So I mean, he's pretty big still. So they could have easily done like a huge like detailed set, but I think it's cool that I think they captured him well enough here. I think it's
UCS
better.
Thunderfang win.
Yeah, it's better to have him at a good price point because this is a set that I think a
Yeah.
lot of people are gonna want.
Mm-hmm. Show the next set.
Yeah, let's move
The,
on
the
to
lesser of the two.
the Arc Dragon of Focus, which I think is fine.
I-
It's just
I really like the color scheme of the Arc Dragon of Focus.
yeah, that's
Honestly,
true.
it grew on me whenever I was building it.
The color scheme is
probably
very
wasn't getting
unique.
I am not a fan. Let's just I don't like asymmetry, and I don't like this kind of asymmetry even more. If I ever get this set, I would just like display it with like one side like facing the wall and just like pretend it's
Well,
only
that's-
half.
you're missing out, Meso, because it's really the best like the best side of it is like the front.
Oh no.
Damn.
There's a lot of like exposed Technic stuff for the wings on the side, so it's kind of
Yeah.
Fair enough.
and the tail is also really short too. Like I think it has like one segment. That's it.
Well,
Yeah, it's I like the idea of like what they were going for. It's just that it's it looks better in the show. I'll say it. I'll just leave it at that.
I'll pass on this one. But
Yeah.
Thunderfang's a maybe.
Well, this is the I haven't bought any of the spinner sets, so like this is the only spinner I have is Drix's, and it's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's
Heck
just
I
yeah.
enjoy
Cool.
the way the pieces like clip on.
it's upsetting because the minifig selection here is really good,
hmm
but I just
You
don't.
you
care for the
basically
set
get
at all.
like almost everybody except for Zane.
Yeah, and then you get
Yeah,
like
the mascot
Zarked
ninja.
and Drix.
I feel like
Yeah.
Zane should have come in this set.
Oh,
instead
you
of
get
Ninja.
Drix with a new armor piece, and like it's not new armor piece, but it's like a recolored. It was with Roz in the last one, but like the previous Drix had like that armor piece in gray, like gunmetal gray.
Oh, so they made it.
Kinda make
And
it
darker.
this one is black, so it like blends
Matches
in
the
with the
show
robes
better.
a lot more. Yeah, it also matches the show a
Nice.
lot more.
Yeah,
That's
that
cool.
must have
I'm
been a
glad they did
mistake.
that.
Yeah.
It must have been.
But they introduced, it's not new. They introduced that piece in that color with Roz in the spinner sets.
That is, it is kind of annoying that like the cheap way to get the minifig is the inaccurate version technically, but
Yeah.
at least there's a more accurate version that exists.
I mean, to be fair, you could just buy the cheap Drix set and then the cheap Roz set and then just
Yeah.
switch the armor around.
that is true.
So whatever.
Yeah. It's not a
But
big deal.
I don't know. The set's fine. I'll probably be one of the ones I just assemble if I need room. But
Right.
it's cool. I like the I like the blue. I like the blue in the wings. And like the forearm, like little wing flap things are really cool too. And the play feature is really cool. I like the chest like blaster. And it's cool how it like is in the show where it's just like an Iron Man like Omni Beam kind of thing, you know.
Fair enough.
Also, I'm
Yeah, that's
realizing
pretty cool.
I do not have an image of the Ninjago City.
Oh, but you got to get one. I'm
Oh,
so
Ninjago
excited to talk
City.
about it.
Workshops. Okay, let me pull that up. I
actually
completely
looks-
forgot about this set until just now.
Yeah.
We need to
Remember
talk about
me
it.
too.
when people were like, "Oh my god, this is gonna be the crossroads," and
Dude.
Yeah.
I thought it was.
We were robbed.
I remember when it was going to be the apartments.
We were doubly robbed. We were robbed of Grab Barg. We were robbed of Pie Shop. We were robbed of Frohickey. We were robbed of a good set. We were robbed of everything. Robbed. I'm
Okay.
mad.
Okay.
disappointed when this was released. I mean, I'm still not too interested to buy it, but seeing it in person in the Lego store, it does look, with the mech anyways, it looks more complete. I
and
think
and
the weak
also
thing for me is just the figures.
to be fair, like it's $100. It's like $100 cheaper than like the markets and
Yeah.
all that.
I didn't even like markets that much compared to the other
Yeah.
three, so this is
Look,
like
that's
a big
fair.
downgrade.
I think at some point, like I think it does look good, like compared to like combined with the other sets. I think Bricks My Mind did a video where he like showed all of the sets combined together, and the best way to do it is to have the workshops connected directly to the markets. So if you have all the sets, it would be like city, docks, market, and then the workshops, and then you have so you have the water like on the outside, and then have the Zane like little temple memorial thing there, and then you like basically create a new corner with the gardens. And I think that's kind of genius because like in all the previous ones, we didn't like the memorial never really like fit very well because it kind of like there was always this kind of like gap where like if you had it connected to like if you had it connected to where it was like the markets and then or like any other city and then the gardens, there was like the walkway just ends and then it like starts up again with like a big gap in between. But then you couldn't really fit it on the outside either. And I think with this, it like makes it to where you can. It basically ends the upper walkway and then it like restarts it again on the other side, like in a natural way. So I like. I think whenever I get the set, I'm definitely going to display it that way.
Yeah.
It's
Fair enough. Sounds
I
smart
think
to me.
that is good.
Yeah. Plus, it has a really cool cap. I really like the central like the idea of like building the mech and everything. I do agree that the like most of it is just empty, like empty
Yeah, it
parts and
feels very
stuff.
barren.
But
Yeah,
I
looks
I
pretty good.
feel like I feel like it does a really good job of like continuing the idea of like the multi-layered stuff with all the older things being on the bottom and every like the newer, more like cyberpunky buildings like being the upper layer with the upper walkway. I like the fact that the upper walkway kind of like raises up so that there's like more of that older like architecture in this. Um and which I mean means there's less like of the newer like architecture stuff, but like I don't know, it's not my favorite of all of them, but I still like I don't hate it. I actually do kind of like it.
I'm happy we're at least getting like semi smaller city sets. Not they're not all these like massive sets.
Mhm. Oh, and
So
I do agree, Zero Jump. It only really works if you have another city. It doesn't look good by itself.
yeah,
I'll
with
say
the,
that.
with the
It
micro
looks
gardens.
yeah. It yeah. Like it looks good if you have at least another city to connect it to. Like I feel like even if you just had like markets and you connected this to that, I feel like it would still look pretty good.
Yeah, like if you just had this, it doesn't like stand on its own super
Yeah,
well.
it's not a good centerpiece, I guess.
Yeah,
I feel like the city and the gardens are like the two iconic ones because they have like the big towers and all that. And I think that having like them cap each of the cities, like each of the like blocks, I guess, is like the
yeah,
way that they were intending for it to connect.
mhm, yeah.
But yeah, it's really cool. I like the mech. The mech is really neat. I like that you can like
I love the
customize it
mech.
and stuff. I it's cool that it's in like Aaron's like orange, so you can make this like
Oh
an
yes,
Aaron mech.
yeah.
It's true.
Except
I
it has
really, I don't like the mech all that much,
I
no.
think it's cool.
and I
I
think
think
it's
it's
bizarre to
cool that it's
design a set around like. Go ahead.
I think it's cool that it's well, like have you seen the mech like fully assembled?
Yeah, I have.
Okay, because I was gonna say I like the idea of like building the mech frame that's like that is it's not really like modular because they only give you like pieces to build just they don't give you like anything to like mix and match it with. And I feel
Right.
like it would have worked a lot better if they gave you like other different pauldrons and other the other like leg armor and all that kind of stuff like in different colors. Um which I guess you could just like attach your own pieces to it and stuff. But I do like that they give you like the mech frame and the option to do that.
It's a
Um
cool idea and all that. I think it looks kind of weird. I think that it's definitely going for like a certain kind of style. Like it's meant to be kind of blocky.
mhm.
It's meant to be unique. Doesn't really work too well for
But I feel
me.
like it's meant to be blocky just so because it's easier to put on armor pieces that way. Like I think that like if
Yeah.
you put the armor pieces on, it doesn't look as blocky because all the armor pieces are like different shapes. You know,
Yeah, and
like
it's
I can see
really
in the forearms are like blocky, but like I feel like when you put like stuff over them, it's meant to be a mech frame. And I also like that like the entire workshop is meant to be like towards that, especially with like the Gundam store. Up at the top, like
Mhm.
that's everything is like sort of mech based. Like they have like the warehouse, they have like the little workshop where they work on the all the armor parts. Zane's apartment, like it's all of it kind of like contributes to
I'm
the mech
being
in the center.
yeah, that's like
Like
maybe
I agree that it's like one of the weaker of like the sets, but I think it's really cool in like what it does.
in a set based around highlighting a mech. I feel like the mech, and especially in a theme like Ninjago that has some killer mechs, I feel
Mhm.
like the mech number one should have been a bit stronger, and number two should have been for a different character.
Other than
Uh,
Twitch.
Twitchy Tim.
Yeah.
Well, hey,
like,
hey,
That is- that
I
is
mean,
an
you
interesting
can very
choice.
easily make it an Arin mech too if you wanted to.
there
Yeah,
you go.
Zero Jump said that there's a sticker for every ninja logo. I forgot about that.
That's pretty cool.
Oh, so you could just get? Does it have the Arin A?
Yeah, and it has the I think you can. It has the Aaron one. and
I'll be
Sora
putting the
one.
Arin one on it.
That's neat.
Yeah.
But it looks really cool. I've heard a lot of complaints that the crane in like the warehouse doesn't work very well. But I think it's cool that they give you like I like the construction cranes on it. It's a really cool like striking silhouette, especially like in a city. Like in a city, you always kind of like expect to see like a construction crane somewhere. So it's kind of cool to see it here.
That's true.
Yeah.
And I think the noodle shop is really cool too. It's a neat little thing.
I think in conjunction with the other cities, it's like a cool addition. Like I don't mind it at all. I just I don't think I feel like these Ninjago city sets really have to like sell me if
Yeah.
I'm ever even gonna think about buying one. And the gardens so far is still the only one to really do that for me. So
Oh, I love the gardens.
The gardens is great.
but it is cool to see more cities.
Well, I also like I feel like with the city, the first city and the gardens, they feel more complete just because like they start off with like two sets of buildings that kind of like for the ground level, and then as they get more as the floors kind of progress, they like combine. It's like you have the museum, which is like one floor, and like the I think the walkway is like one platform. And I think with this, it makes it feel a little bit more hollow, just because there's no like connection. It looks like two buildings that like two separate buildings, and there's that big gap in between. So I think that kind of contributes to like the fact that it doesn't look as complete, I guess. I think that if the two buildings like on the very top were like connected into one building, I think it would look a lot more complete.
Right.
But I mean,
I kind of do like that it's like just two separate skyscrapers because it kind of just
yeah.
adds a number of like unique like shapings.
And they still
when you put
connect
them
like with the
together.
walkway too.
Yeah. This is definitely a good additive one, I think. I think it has a lot of value for people who want to continue building out their cities and already have a lot of the previous sets. I just think this is a really hard sell for people who only maybe own one or two or
Yeah.
none at all.
Yeah, fair enough.
So
I think this would be really good next to the markets, honestly. I think
For
if you
sure.
at least have like one other
Yeah.
set, then it'll work with it.
yeah.
What do we feel
Um,
about the figures?
Oh wait, one more thing before we do. There's connections on all four sides, by the way.
Yeah.
So you can connect it like it has
You can
way
do it
more
anywhere.
freedom for how you connect it.
That's cool.
And
I think
and
it's
there's apparently there's the walkway is like one stud shorter because the other sets it hangs over, but because they have the ability to connect it at any like side, the walkway like the upper walkway like closes in. It's a little interesting detail, I thought.
That's
So
really
it's
cool.
just it's like more tightly packed. But yeah, the minifigures.
Yeah, the minifigs are really boring, in my opinion. I like casual
Talk about a
Harumi.
waste. Dude, why is casual Harumi there?
I don't know, but I'm glad
Because she's
that
with
we
us.
have it,
Yeah.
like
The time
Cool.
for that figure was years ago. They missed the boat, in my opinion. I think there are many more figures that I think people
No,
would much rather see.
Here's the question: is she just gonna go back to her like casual look, like, or
oh,
is this
for
like
sure.
just like a
I hope so.
100%
non-canon
next time we
hope
see her in the show, she'll
Yeah.
be in her casual outfit for sure.
figure?
I hope so.
I
Like, I don't know,
fully
man. Like,
expect it.
I don't want to complain too much because, like, yeah, it's a requested minifigure, but like, that's such a bygone era at this point. There are so many more relevant characters that are actually doing things in the story that people want to see minifigures of. And are we really going to operate on a 7-year backlog? You know what I mean? Like, I know I'm just complaining to complain, but like, let's be straight up. Are we going to get like Upley minifigures in 2031?
Probably.
Is that
Hey,
like the timeline we're looking at?
Hey, if we do, I wouldn't complain. Okay.
Watch for
They got a backlog. They got to sort through it.
Oh, also, speaking of the Upley, there is a reference to the Upley in this set too.
Oh,
so
there is, yeah.
Yeah,
there
it's
is.
cool.
they do still like acknowledge that they exist.
My main complaint with the minifigs is just like I'm fine with them doing super old like ones that have been requested for a long time, like Casual Harumi. But like you have so many other minifigs here that are just like civilians that could have also been other things, so that we could
True.
like maybe get
Hey.
through some of these a little faster.
Hey, Bendo first time.
Dude,
We've been
Draybird
complain-
in the chat was saying, can we just get an Ninjago CMF series yet? We would need probably 5 to get all the minifigures.
no,
that we
literally,
do.
whenever I made the customs, I made about 50 customs. So
Yeah, and that's assuming that we would get a
and
CMF
granted-
series free of any of the ninja, which is impossible.
and granted, like about a fourth of those minifigures did end up becoming official. So, like, but still, you know.
Yeah, it's
the
just...
one that pops up to mind is the fire villain. I forgot what her name is.
Misdemeanor.
Yeah, Misdemeanor. Yeah. That was one. But yeah, no, like we've been complaining about the fact that they just have civilians when they could like be putting in, you know, official characters in for
frustrating.
like since like the like Gardens.
Yeah.
So at least.
They've all had this problem.
Yeah.
Like I
So
don't think there's been a
it's not
single. I
something-
think out of all of them, maybe Markets actually had like the best minifig selection.
Yeah. Well.
Oh, absolutely. For the most part.
Yeah. So it's not like whenever I saw the minifigure selection, I was like, okay, cool. Yeah, civilians. I figured
We could have had
We couldn't.
Frohickey, man.
we could have Frohiki like
Dude, the
operating the
leaks.
noodle like shop or.
I'm so annoyed.
Who has the
Hey.
voice filter on?
I'm just cool. We got Dorama and Laro.
Yeah, I just
That
hope
was
they're
kinda
saving
cool.
like Geo and Frohickey and stuff like that.
Oh man, I forgot about Geo. We could have gotten Geo. We should have gotten him.
Yeah, who would in Dragons Rising? Who are the important ones we need? Like Geo.
Geo Frohiki.
I
We
guess
need a
Lava.
lot of people. I want Laba.
Yeah, I want Creel.
Who else is it? I guess
Creel would have been
Bonzo.
perfect in this set.
Honestly, yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like
Yeah.
the hair hat combo would have been like too much though. But they could have done the hair.
We're never gonna get like a complete figure selection. Remember the day we finally got all the Elemental Masters, and then they introduced like 3 more the same day.
Yeah.
Dude, all the masters, like they're saying in the chat, Bonzel,
Oh yeah,
Frohickey,
Bonzel.
like, oh my god.
Yeah.
Candelaria.
We need Zeatrix with the Beatrix armor cut.
Yep,
We need
Oh
Zeatrix
my
with that cool hair.
for
I
real.
still got so lost about what that was meant to be.
I don't know.
In
But anyway,
the
shall
Bubble
we
figure is really weird.
move on to the leaked summer sets?
I want to do a quick,
yes.
a brief blink and you miss it mention. I want to do an intermission to talk about
Okay.
Shatterspin.
Oh, you're so right. You're so right.
no.
Almost forgot.
because that's also been a thing. Rest in peace. But maybe not? Question mark? Because there's some conflicting stuff going on since we last talked about it. So Shatterspin's like basically done because their distributor went bankrupt, I believe. I think that's how
That's
it
what
happened. I believe, like, isn't it Image Comics? Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm probably totally wrong. Image Comics is like huge. It's Skybound, right? Like it's one of the. Someone fact check me. I'm a great podcaster, I swear. But the interesting thing is that shout out to the Ninjago wiki, which is where I found out about this. There is an Amazon listing for the Lego Ninjago Shatterspin paperback, which is supposedly like a complete edition, and that is scheduled for release on May 13th.
Oh, so we're getting all of them?
They might just release like a compendium.
That would be so cool.
That'd be
Yeah,
nice.
Draybert. The distributor had their finances shattered. Thank you. Yeah, that does seem to have happened. And it's really funny how like the Ninjago wiki chose to list it because it's like they have a cancellation breakdown. It says issue 1 was delayed 2 times for a total of 63 days. Issue 2 was delayed 8 times
Oh my
in
God.
total 105 days. Issue 3 was delayed 10 times and in total 203 days. In the end, it was canceled. Issue 4 was delayed 9 times and 140 days. In the end, it was canceled. And issue 5 was delayed 4 times in total 77 days. In the end, it was canceled.
Wow.
But hopefully we still get that complete edition. If we do, it's worth doing an episode on.
Oh, for
But
sure.
yeah, RIP. That's all. I just wanted to update.
Yeah.
Onwards to leaks.
I'm glad you brought it up because I've been not keeping up with that at all, and I just completely forgot about Shatterspin's existence, basically. So, yeah, with all that out of the way, for everyone just tuning in, we just got done talking about everything that is publicly, officially announced and revealed. Now we are going to talk about leaks, which includes summer 2025 sets and even some leaked show images, but I'll give another warning for that once we get there too. So, for anybody who doesn't want to see leaked sets, now is your time to disperse. Otherwise, we are going to talk about leaked sets.
Can I just say I loved being part of the Ambassador Network. It was they were always very kind. We got a lot of cool opportunities through them. But I missed talking about leaks.
Yeah, prepare to see some really blurry, pixelated images on the
Yes,
screen.
I live for it. I live for the pixels.
Also, before we do, thank you so much, Modern, for the $5. The Reddit has confirmed what sources some of the elements come from are, and I made a list of it in the TTV server if you guys want to go over it.
Yeah, he did post that. Says says the source dragon of energy has lightning, heat, light, and sound were hinted, with 2 being from energy and 1 is from another source dragon. Quake was also hinted, but there's a 50-50 chance that it or heat are from energy. Along with that, the scene with Freck and Cole talking about their powers and Tournament of Sources has some clues on how to sort things out. So then you have the Source Dragon of Motion with fire, Source Dragon of Strength, which has earth, surface tension, fusion was hinted at being from strength.
Surface tension.
Yeah, Source
Yeah.
Dragon of Life, energy, or whatever Lloyd's power is called at this point.
Lloyd.
Nature and plants. Source Dragon of Flow, they confirmed the name of the blue one, has water, time,
no.
wind was hinted by Glenn answering the question with a blowing emoji and said, wouldn't it be ironic if someone who was raised under a rigid belief system found their power going with the flow? So there you go. White Source Dragon, name not confirmed, but the name is closely aligned with concentrate in meaning, and it's something that meditation helps you do. It's also quite easy to guess, according to Glenn. Has ice, obviously. All Source Dragons have golden power and indirectly connected darkness.
Huh.
Right.
Whatever that means.
So I find surface tension really funny, just because it reminds me of, like, you know that one comic that's like the difference between like, you know, like Western comics and like anime, where they'll have like the bubblegum power. It's like, oh man, my power is bubblegum, and then like an anime will be like, now your lungs are full of bubblegum. You know, like they just take the most ridiculous power and make it awesome. And I'm just imagining, like, what if they did that for surface tension, where it's like, oh man, I created a shield that's indestructible at like high speed, you know, that kind of stuff. And
So
but I
true.
know they're never gonna do that.
Yeah.
I don't think we're ever seeing surface tension ever again.
No.
Because all I can think
Now-
of is like, oh, they create bubbles, but then like if this was like an actual anime, it would be like, you're never gonna get past my bubble shield, you know? It's
Also,
Rip.
Zero Jump makes a good point. We probably shouldn't show any images on the stream once we get around to show stuff.
Yeah.
We can show
Anything that
sets.
still has a confidential watermark is even set wise is potentially susceptible to getting struck down by Lego. Did they ever like do it to us when we used to do it? No, but I have heard of it happening anecdotally. So
I'll take my chances with the sets. I won't show any show images.
you'll take your chances. All right, Godspeed.
Those are the show images are what scare me. I think we should be okay with those sets.
NinjagoCast shut down after first
I would think the opposite personally.
Oh really?
Yeah.
I mean, I've not seen people show the set. I mean, have people shown the sets in videos?
I feel like they have, right? Maybe. I don't know. I haven't seen
Zero Jump. Lego has started doing it since March. Lego doesn't care about this show. Well, that's so true.
Well, yeah.
Okay.
That's...
I don't think the Lego copyright team would even know the difference between a season 3 screenshot and a season 1 screenshot. I'm gonna be real with you. But they got their eyes on the prize with the
I mean,
stuff. Let's avoid it.
There are some videos with the set images on them, but
so should we skip the set discussion in terms of?
We don't have to skip the discussion.
We can just not show them.
Don't throw up the image.
Okay.
You know where to find them. You know they're in the wind. They're on Twitter. They're on the Lego Leaks Reddit. They're on the Lego Leaks Instagram. You know.
I'll go ahead and do that with the show stuff too, just in case.
Zero Jump's post got taken down for sharing the Thunderfang and Focus set leak.
Gotcha. Okay.
Oh, wow.
Well,
that pretty much sums it up.
Cool. Thank you, chat, for the warnings on that, because I was just gonna throw up all the pictures.
Yeah, if you go to the Lego Leaks subreddit, which is my favorite place to be, and just look up Ninjago and sort by new, you'll see them. It's Lego Ninjago Summer 2025 sets leak from 3 days ago.
Okay.
And then scroll down a bit and there's the rest of them.
Well, I'll go ahead and post them in the Discord chat as we talk about them, just so we can all be on the same page.
I have a lot to say about some of them.
But the first one we'll talk about is this weird Lloyd jet thing.
Oh yeah. I don't know how to feel about that. I mean, I don't know.
It's just the back of the box.
I'm gonna be real with you. I write off every single jet that ever comes out. I don't think there's ever been a Ninjago jet that I have seen and been like, wow, that's cool, or I want that.
Not the Roz and Arin jet.
Until now. I really like this jet.
Really?
I'm not being serious. So cool. I'm not memeing. If it can actually transform without disassembly, it's instantly a 10 out of 10 because that's just straight up a transformer.
The way that I'm sure that it works is the big thrusters in the back. They're just the knees bent, and then the arms look like the wings. The arms look like they're just folded underneath. It looks like a really simple transformation. But
the fact that it has not just 2 forms but 3, it has an in between, is really cool to me. I think they deserve some props. Does it look kind of silly? Yeah, it's a little blocky, but that's Transformers.
What do you mean?
For you.
No, that look I think the blockiness adds to it. I love the how the shoulders, for lack of a better word, look like the intakes. Where the ball joint or the ratchet joints are. It looks so cool. And then the wings too, how they have they use that piece that has the hollow parts in it. Oh man.
I'm a fan of it.
I love the shaping of it. It's so cool.
And I love is it Kerr, his little skeleton dragon
guy?
Skeleton
dragon.
Come on, that looks so cool.
And it can attach to the Thunderfang too.
Yeah, so that's what the exposed studs for are they?
Yeah, and all the clips and everything too on his back.
Awesome.
Yeah, Thunderfang has a lot of exposed clips on his back too.
I think Kerr is exclusive to this, which is a bit sad, but
yeah.
What do you mean? This is a good set. I want to get this.
I know, but I don't know if I'm getting this.
I'm never getting all the Forbidden 5. It's over for me.
Yeah, but this is a good. I want to see more angles of it.
Also, this is the first jet that Lloyd's ever gotten.
Oh, wow.
True.
Oh yeah. Wait.
Yeah.
Oh
yes.
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
Damn it.
His little hover thing in the Misfortune's Keep doesn't count.
Oh god.
Yeah. Just from like an engineering perspective, I think this deserves some props. And the fact that it's not a green car,
Yeah.
10 out of 10 immediately.
Yeah.
We finally switched it up.
Also, new Sora suit also.
Yes.
Yes,
Yeah.
finally. I was worried after
Yeah,
last
good.
wave. I don't know why they waited until this wave to start putting it out. Like,
I think what they're doing is Arin and Sora will get like a yearly suit. Wildfire and will probably just stick with one suit, and then the OG Ninja will just have 2 suits, which is a bit weird, but I think that's what they're doing.
They need to give a new suit to Wildfire.
yes, they do.
I think Tournament Wildfire is becoming Legacy Kai, by the way. She comes in 9 sets now.
Jeez.
Why so many?
And none of the sets this year she has her armor for some reason.
Oh my god, why? This makes no
I
sense.
don't know.
What armor does she have in the other sets?
In last year she has like the one Kerr has, I think. She has that armor, but she doesn't have it in
Oh.
any of these sets.
Oh, right. Okay. Yeah.
This is so sad, and I still don't have an OG Wildfire, and I never will.
I do. I didn't even build the set. I just needed the figure.
That's funny.
Well, hang on. I mean, Wildfire is like about $5 on Bricklink right now, so
Like
the original
OG.
one,
Okay.
the OG.
Oh,
So if I did
So-
want
That's pretty
Wildfire,
alright,
it's not
actually.
bad.
And now that I've said it's like $5 to $7. So now that I've said that, go get it quick, or else yeah.
Yeah, if you guys want Wildfire, go.
Yeah.
go ahead.
Yeah.
Go for it.
Yeah, this set looks good. I think it's priced good as well, isn't it? I don't know the price of this.
I
100?
do not know the price of any of these, unfortunately.
I think this is 100. This is 100 or 120, I think.
That seems reasonable. 120 seems a little
Yeah.
steep, but
I think it's 100.
yeah. I don't know. This one doesn't really interest me personally. It's like fine. I like the Rosin Air
I-
Jet better as far as
Alright.
jets go.
Yeah, but this is a mech too, so you
I
can
mean,
display it
yeah,
as a
but I
mech.
don't really like the mech part either. I don't know.
Ah, really? It looks like a bigger version of Sora's mech. Original
Yeah,
mech.
but it's
Oh
just
yeah,
like
it kind
with-
of does that. Yeah.
Like with the cockpit, like facing down.
Sora's mech has the benefit of having like a really cool color scheme and like neat detailing.
Green.
This is just green. A little bit of
Yeah.
like yellow.
Kind of sad they didn't show the other side of the box. I really wanted to see who the mascot was for this wave.
That
I
is
think it's gonna be
true.
Rogue.
The
think
one
it's
Oh,
gonna be Rogue.
yeah.
that would be awesome.
Rogue and Zane got on the box before Sora did. I can't believe that.
Oh, we're being robbed.
Yeah. It
Yes.
has to be Rogue. They would never put Nia on the box again. Or would they? I don't know.
I would hope so, but
Hopefully. Maybe in like 2027.
all right. So the next one, I guess we can do the bounty next.
Yes.
Talk about the bounty.
Yeah.
Oh, the Temple Bounty looks so good.
This is a very
Oh.
interesting bounty. I actually I didn't like this when I first saw it, but it's kind of grown on me.
I really like the look of this.
It reminds me of this is a weird comparison, but it reminds me of Metalbeard Sea Cow, which is with the
You
height
are
of it.
so right.
Yeah.
It's
You're
so tall.
absolutely right. Oh my goodness. The thing with me is it looks so thin. But maybe that's just the angle.
Maybe.
I just love it.
I just realized I looking at it closer, I just realized like you have the two buildings, like you have like the small little temple in the front and then the one in the back, but you also have them like built into the sides near the engines too. That's so cool.
Yeah. Oh,
Oh yeah.
I really
Like
I'm
it
so
looks
excited.
it looks like a city like built into a ship. It's so I really like the set.
So there's parts of it I really like, but I need to see more angles of it. Because it's like I don't know. Part of me likes like the whole dragon thing going throughout it, but the other part of me wishes it kind of looks like really thin and weak.
I think
like
honestly,
wish
I think that's kind of the I think that's kind of the point. I think
I
it
wish it
doesn't
was
connect very
larger.
well, like in some points, like especially with the I think it kind of cuts off when it gets to the first mast.
Dude.
But I think the fact that like it does the thing that the movie Bounty did, where it has like the kind of ropes with like the lanterns hanging over the deck of the ship. But
love
it's like
that.
the dragon body. I think that's really cool.
I wish the dragon part was more substantial because it just is a little tiny head at the front of the ship that doesn't even make it all the way to like.
I swear, guys, I do like things. Just look at the Lloyd jet; it's proof. I really don't like this bounty.
Dang it!
I'm,
You were so
I'm
close.
so sorry.
No.
I looked at this and I'm just like, wow, the movie bounty got Duploified. That was like my first.
God.
Really glorified.
It just looks blocky and like not.
Meso. It's the temple bounty. It looks like it has a bunch of like it looks like a city of temples, but in bounty form.
Sure, and
It
you're
looks
right.
so cool.
It's certainly better than the last one.
Like look
but,
at Meso.
you know.
Meso. Look at the temple like stuff built like out of the ship in the back near the engines. Like it looks.
That bit
Ooh.
does look cool. I
It
agree
looks
with
so
you.
cool.
I agree with you. I like that part.
It looks
The
like
back part looks really cool. The what do they call it? What's the term? The things at the back,
thrusters?
like the thrusters. Those look cool. The front like is what really throws me off.
I like the front is cool. I like the fact that like it looks like a launch bay kind of thing from the front because you can see the things open. In the front, it looks like something that like if you have like a flying character, that's where they would be like launched from, or like a runway. It looks I don't know. It looks cool to me, and it's not like fully open like the other bounty is.
Yeah, I'm not
I don't know.
This one's
no,
weird for
no.
me because I really like parts of it, but there's little things that bother me.
I really like it. I love the like. I love how tall the sails are too.
Yeah, that's cool. It has a really grand sense of scale. Besides the fact that it looks really thin, I think that.
Well, I think the fact like I also think the fact that the dragon is like so small like kind of adds to the scale too.
Yeah.
Like imagine like if the head was bigger, it would make the ship feel smaller. I think.
That's a good point.
Because like the I think it's kind of playing with the scale because obviously this bounty is going to be like way bigger than it is in set form, like minifigure scale wise. And I think that just having like a smaller dragon head adds to that.
It's like if they took the legacy bounty and the movie bounty and they just smushed them together.
They smashed them together.
Yeah.
I like what they're going for here, though.
It's an improvement over the last one, and I will take that.
The bars.
Yeah, I really like it. I like the color scheme too. I like that they added like the black onto it with like the dark red. It's a really cool. It's a really nice like color scheme. It always works. And then like the tan for like the temples and stuff.
Okay, now it's the true test to see how much of a hater Meso is.
Bro, I am the hater. Nobody can hate more than me.
The source dragon of life.
Is it the source?
Or is
I don't think it is.
I don't know. I forget. That's why.
This is a.
No, I think this
What
is
is
like
it?
not.
Who is
This is not connected to Dragons Rising, right?
Oh, this is Ninjago Legends, is it?
Is this?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, we don't know. We haven't seen the box art for this, but I would assume so.
It's a dragon.
No, Guardian Dragon.
Guardian dragon. Okay, I thought this was a source dragon set.
I mean, it might be.
Okay,
I
it
don't
might
know.
be.
Could be.
We don't know.
We don't know. Like the sword, like the dragon of focus is called the arc dragon of focus, right?
Yeah.
Like, what does that mean? You know what I mean? What's an arc dragon?
The
So-
matriarch.
Maybe.
I can answer this question, Meso.
Okay. Well,
I'm read up on dragon lore.
not even my hater sensibilities can argue that this thing is bad.
This
is a beyond
good.
incredible display piece.
It's so good.
It's the tall green dragon. Like, wow.
On
Absolutely
one hand, part of me is like the only nitpick I have is that it's not posable, but at the same time, this is so big that I doubt that it would it wouldn't be feasible to have it be posable.
I'm sure aspects of it are.
It looks like the way that the pieces are built, especially with like the articulate, the bend and the waist, it doesn't look like that can be moved. Honestly,
I'm sure the arms can be.
yeah, I think the arms and probably the wings and the neck would probably be the only things that can be moved. I think the legs are probably locked in place.
Mm-hmm.
And definitely like the waist. I doubt that any kind of joint they put in that waist will be able to hold up all that weight, especially like with it being vertical like that. But at the same time, like this is not meant to be a play set. This is meant to be a display set.
No, this is like a
And-
full-on, like, huge
and-
display piece.
Yeah, and it looks incredible.
It looks great. Dragons Rising has this thing going where I feel like there's this, like, it started with, like, the I know people are saying now this is technically Legends, but, like, Ninjago in general has had this thing. It started with, like, the Temple of the Dragon Energy Cores, where they just started making these, like, really big, like, just beautiful looking sets. Like, kind of luscious, like, gardeny, like, kind of things.
Yeah, that and
We have this
the
shrine-
Dragonstone Shrine.
Yeah, the Dragonstone Shrine. And, like, this is just adding to that.
Zero Jump says legs appear to be on an angle, which concerns me. I don't know if you have anything to be concerned about. I don't think they're gonna move. I honestly think that the dragon is like built into the landscape. Like I don't think that it's gonna be two separate pieces.
Probably.
Oh, and like this would go well with the Tournament Temple City as well. Like all those kind of sets. Like
Oh
this
my-
just fits in so
yeah.
well. You can make a whole display of just those kind of sets.
Honestly, with how tall this is, you could display it behind the Tournament
Yeah.
Temple City, and it would still like be imposing.
It'd be awesome. I would love to get this set. I don't think I have the room for it though. I literally don't think I could put this
Fair.
anywhere.
Well, hey, like the good thing about this is it's all vertical. There's like very little like
That is true.
surface
but even
area
then-
space.
Put it on top of your refrigerator, bro.
Yeah.
That is
Why
real.
not? Is this gonna be like the tallest Ninjago set, do you think? Or do you think a modular will still beat
I
it?
think that this seems taller than the gardens, right?
It'd be hard.
I guess we'll have to see. I mean, they'll probably give us the dimensions on the box, so you could always like just go from there.
How much is this one selling for?
Isn't it
Definitely
like
over
200? No,
100.
not 200,
Yeah,
like
something.
150.
That would
No,
be
it's
so
120, I think.
120?
This is
Not bad.
120. Yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah, I expected
Wait, no,
worse.
that sounds too good, actually. Wait, hold
Live fact checking time.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
That's
it's
right.
150.
Gardens
what?
is probably taller because the teal control tower.
Oh yeah,
150.
150.
mixed it up
You're,
with
you're
That's
absolutely right.
that's. I mean,
150 for this?
yeah.
Ooh.
I mean,
Do we know like
could be worse.
I guess it's fair if you compare it to the Dragonstone Shrine, which is 120, or I think it was 100.
Let me check.
No, it was 120. It was 120.
The Dragonstone Shrine I remember feeling like it was overpriced. This honestly that seems pretty alright.
Like, well, like
we've got a
I'm
piece
just
count of
comparing the size of it.
1,650, so
Yeah.
that is pretty much on par.
Yeah.
That seems
And it has a woo.
pretty fine to me.
It does have
Yeah.
a woo,
It
doesn't
is
it?
disappointing
a
that
woo.
these sets like the same thing with the Coldback. Like they just have one minifig.
hmm
I liked how the Dragonstone Shrine
mean,
had like a bunch of minifigs, so that even made it even better.
Yeah. I
And
mean,
there
to
was
be fair,
exclusives.
I guess the idea is that they want to put all the budget into the build and not the minifigures, but
I mean that's fair. I just
They
like how
give
the
us the luck-
Dragonstone Shrine did both.
that's fair.
And so does
Yeah,
like
but
sets
the-
like the
It
tournament.
was also
Temple
like
City.
I guess it was also really small compared to this one, but
That is true.
it was still really
but
really
it was
big.
like a similar vibe, you know, like more adult
yeah,
oriented display piece.
yeah.
I think those could still afford to have minifigs, but I assume if this did have a full set of minifigs, the price would go up by like another $50.
Probably.
Like, I imagine with fewer minifigures, the Dragonstone Shrine could have been like $100.
Yeah, that's probably true.
But I
so
really
since
love
we're
this set.
still on
It looks so cool.
Legends,
Yeah.
can talk about the Kai mech, the Fire Knight mech.
Yeah, and this is where we actually got the Legends stuff
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
we actually get to see the box for this one.
The box art
And
looks so cool.
It's an entirely different box art format, including like an illustrated like render of the set.
Oh my god.
Oh,
That's
wait,
just-
World of Warcraft Entertainment. I heard a rumor Lloyd is also in the set. I don't know if that's true. Yeah, I heard a thing that could be like a Master Lloyd and not a Wu because he doesn't have like he has the armor, so that's not a beard. That's a mask.
Oh, it's not.
Because he's using the dragon armor, which comes with like the
I mean, that would
the
make me,
the mask piece.
even if it
That'd be
is
cool.
like Legends, that makes me think even more so that this would be the Source Dragon of Life.
Or maybe.
Yeah,
maybe
well, and
that's
also
not-
like the Kai in this one is wearing a white suit, so it's not out of the ballpark to think that the Lloyd could also be wearing a white suit.
Do you think the Cole mech was like a test for this?
Maybe.
Yeah, I think so. Oh,
It's really
I love this art.
interesting.
Because Cole also got like a unique suit for that, but it wasn't like a master thing. Also, I think, yeah, Kai's minifig is labeled as Master of Fire.
Mhm.
That's the most interesting thing to me about all of this. Not that the set isn't great, it is. Even though, like, I mean, it's just kind of like a slightly redone Earth mech. You know what I mean?
How
With, like, a
dare you?
case.
This is not the Earth mech at all. This looks
It's like the same kind of template, which is fine. I'm not complaining.
not even.
The legs look like very similar. But
Oh
whatever.
no! Have you look
The-
at the knees? The knees have like that. The knees are like tridents. Like they look.
Sure.
Oh
It
man!
looks good. I'm not
Like
being-
it uses probably the same like joint function just because like it's such a big mech.
Yeah.
But
It
like
should be the standard. I'm not like
yeah.
But like the Master of Fire thing. So what do we think Legends is? Because there's a few different theories. Some people are saying it's connected to Ninjago Monstrosity, or is Ninjago Monstrosity, which will be renamed, which is supposedly like a spin-off series or a series of shorts or whatever it ends up being. We don't really know. Zero details known. I don't personally think that is what it is. I think that these sets might be from Monstrosity, but I almost think that Ninjago Legends is more like a subheading that they're going to use for any set that isn't connected to Dragons Rising or the mainline theme at the time.
Yeah.
So what I'm getting at is like, say they made a set or had made a set based on the Wildfire shorts. Well, those shorts would be Ninjago Legends. Say they made a set based on a flashback, you know, or just a set they wanted to make that wasn't connected to the show.
Mhm.
Ninjago Legends. Why is Kai called Master of Fire? Because maybe in the future they might make sets with the ninjas' ancestors. And to not confuse the kids, they can just say Master of Blank and have it be an elemental themed set, but like the pilot is, I don't know, Jay's mom or Maya or, you know, anyone like that.
Mhm.
That's kind of what I'm thinking they're doing. But I might be reaching.
I could definitely see that for sure. Like that like makes a lot of sense to me. Especially since we don't have Legacy anymore. They could easily use this if they're doing what, you know, you suggested. Just make sets on older seasons. And be like, oh, it's
Or even
Legends, 'cause
or
it's
even
like,
just stuff from the lore that people
Yeah.
would want to see. Like
It
I would
could-
love to see a set of like a Jay's mom mech, but like no one knows who Jay's mom is. Kids don't know who Jay's mom is.
You
I don't
just
even
do
think we
Master
know her
Lightning.
actual name, you know? So if they did Master of Lightning, well,
Mhm.
there you go.
Yeah. It could also just be like not necessarily a UCS like thing, but it could be like a maybe the Dragonstone Shrine Temple was kind of like a test to see like if more display sets did like well, and now they're kind of like going towards more of a more like adult like display sub theme that they can like do because like both of these have like a diorama and they have the same base too, like the same like kind of round base. And I think that like they could Ninjago Legends could just be like a bunch of like little diorama sets that are like more adult themed in
Yeah.
response to the Dragonstone Shrine.
Yeah, I mean, because Lego's really been pushing like the more like adult set thing for a while now. And Ninjago's reached a point where basically all the people, even people who like were young when like Possession was coming out, or
Yeah.
Sons of Garmadon, are now like in the older
Yeah, like
demographic.
still 7 years ago. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like Ninjago's been
Or
around
no,
for so
no,
long.
sorry, Possession came out in 2015, so 10 years ago.
Yeah. Ninjago's been around so long that like there's a huge market for like these more adult oriented sets.
Yep. They're trying to cater to both audiences, and they have the money to do it because they can just throw whatever at Ninjago, it seems.
Ninjago is so successful that like it's just like with like we haven't gotten to the Star Wars point where they have giant UCS sets that are like what, like almost $1,000.
Give it
Also,
time, we'll
but
get
like
one.
I could see that happening in the future, you know.
Also, it's really it's something to point out is that now both Kai and Nia have giant Titan mech sized mechs without actually being Titan mechs, and they still don't have Titan mechs. So
they call this Kai Titan mech.
like Nia's like samurai mech from Crystallize is like Titan mech scale, but it's not technically a Titan mech, and now this one is also not technically a Titan mech. And so we still don't have the full collection. It's just, you know, not that I'm complaining. This set is fantastic, and I'm glad that it like goes like with the full red and
absolutely
all that. But you know,
it is a bit weird. You're right.
Yeah, this would have been a really cool Titan mech, but yeah.
I also wonder if like with the whole like Master of Fire and like Legends tagline, if it's just like they just are making a line of sets for the original Ninja. So you have like the Lloyd set and the big Kai set, and then we'll get, you know, like a big Nia set, Cole, J.
That would be cool. Like, yeah, the cool dioramas.
And they're just cool commemorative, like, original Master sets. And then by the time we get the last one is when Dragons Rising is, like, entered the full, like, new era with all the new Ninja.
Yeah.
Like a
that would be
to
cool, especially
cast.
especially if they're naming them like the Master of Fire and everything. Like, yeah, this is like now we have a new Master of you know, of Fire quotes.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that
if this was like a send off to the original cast in the show after Dragons Rising is an actual like new age ninja thing instead of like the kind of weird hybrid we have right now. I don't know. That's just like a weird, wild theory, but
Wildfire.
Either way, I think this is definitely a more commemorative, like, just cool thing that they're doing, like, to celebrate and just also cater towards the older demographic because they've been experimenting with it the last few waves of Dragons Rising for sure. With the more adult-oriented sets.
The Dragonstone Shrine and Cole's Titan Mech must have like been really good successes.
Yeah, and I think they see that market most importantly. So this could not tie into the show at all. This could just be them trying to get money off that demographic and labeling it differently because, like, maybe they're like, oh, we label it and make the box art super fancy. It'll even more entice, like, older audiences to pick up these sets because it's like, oh, this isn't, like, baby Ninjago. This is cool Ninjago. Maybe that's all it is, you know?
I still think this is Ninjago Monstrosity. I think Monstrosity was a code name.
Yeah, like Unity.
Yeah. I think like
honestly, I think if we see the box art for the Guardian Dragon and we see like Master of Life instead of Wu, I think that would kind of like make that theory more plausible.
I do think it would be really weird to market like a set of shorts to adults though, if they want, or even like older teens.
That'd be cool.
But... What if instead of the Master of Life, it's labeled the Green Ninja?
Oh yeah, true.
Yeah, just to dodge it even more.
Dude, they just need to stop dodge.
They literally like the Source Dragon of Life in the set, and then next to it, the Green Ninja.
Master of Energy.
No.
Oh my god.
Cease. All right. What other
Um,
sets do we have?
Oh, we
We
got new ones.
have a funny 4+
giant.
set with
Oh yes.
Bumper cars.
the Jay and
They
Drix
really-
race that we're all
Okay, but
anticipating.
Drix, I really hope Drix car is canon.
That'd be
Drix car,
so
Drix
funny.
car.
Okay, well,
Hang on, would it be made of bugs though?
Better.
Yes.
do we know
Imagine if
how-
he's like a Green Lantern, but like with bugs. He could just create
Oh my God.
constructs.
That'd be really funny. Do we know how much the set costs?
25, 20. It's if I don't know actually. Maybe it's like 40.
Because
50
it's a
bucks,
4
yeah.
plus set, so it's got to be like a lot higher than it needs to be. But I was gonna say like there's already a really cheap way to get Drix. They could have literally put any other of the Forbidden Five in a cheap set like this, assuming it
Yeah.
will be cheap,
Also, no,
just
no
to
armor
make it
piece
easier for
Drix.
collectors.
Oh, there's
Nintendo,
no
that
price,
assumes
it's
they would
hard
want
get
to. Let's see.
Yeah.
It's $19.99 according to
Oh,
a leak
that's
from a
not
few
bad.
months
That's
ago.
good. That's good.
Oh wow, okay.
That's not bad. Oh, I was honestly thinking like $30 at
That is
the very
Literally
least.
any of the other Forbidden Five would have been great.
Yeah.
For this.
Okay. but, like,
Exclusive J Hood.
That
The
is
the
true.
set name is really funny. It's called Rogue versus Drix Race Car Battle.
Yeah.
I don't know about that. I mean, I don't know where Rogue is. There's no hat.
That's just
Come on.
Jay, bro.
where's the
Yeah, why does
photo?
Rogue have a car with the dragon, like the Source Dragon symbol on it?
So can we just like here's what I want to do. Bendo, can you throw a picture up on screen?
Sure.
I've cropped it. All right.
Okay.
It should be fine. I want to talk about this Nia figure. What's going on with this figure?
What do you
Like, am
mean?
I the only one who raises an eyebrow like this? Like, her color is like flip flopping again. It's
I
all
feel like
gray.
I'm worried that it's
We're
'cause
back to gray
Jay
Nia.
slowly- like
Yeah.
Jay's they're transitioning Jay back into the team, so maybe this is. I hope. I feel like this is probably why, because
And she's got like red kneecaps and like I think a black arm, or maybe that's just
Well,
lighting.
okay. To be fair, all of the new suits have dark red in them, so
That's
it's not
really
just her.
strange. I don't know.
There's a better
Maybe-
typical
hey-
suit. But...
Hey, my theory for it is that it's the color of the Source Dragon emotion, but you know, like
I
they're
love
all
Dragons
represented
Rising,
now.
but like I'm just gonna say it, like most of these suits have been
Oh,
pretty
no,
bad
yeah.
ever since Dragons Rising
yeah.
started.
Literally, the only suit wave I've liked is the tournament suit wave.
Man, y'all are
That's it.
sleeping on the new ones right now, the tech suit things.
I do not.
Yes,
like
Imagine,
them.
hey, Meso, imagine
Yeah, what
like imagine like Zach's style,
Yeah,
like the whole like techno, like the whole like the tech wear kind of stuff.
that's true.
But
You're
that
not
with
wrong.
armor over it. Like that's how I imagine them.
It's not a bad interpretation. Yeah, I
Yeah.
can see it, and I do like the mask plus like dragon shoulder guard thing that like Cole's rocking.
Hmm
Oh,
That's
Armor wasn't-
Cole-
also
Cole
is
minifig
very-
looks pretty good.
Also, that's also very reminiscent of the Dragon Master armor,
Oh,
which has some really big implications for like for that. Like the shoulder, I'm pretty sure like the shoulder armor is very similar to that.
Oh yeah, the dragon armor that Wu wore.
Yeah, Wu's dragon armor.
I will say these suits are like probably my second favorite next to the tournament suits, but they're still
I c-
far lower.
I still kind of wish they
quality.
just used the normal masks for these suits.
I
Oh,
don't know.
for these new ones or for the tech suits?
Like, no, for these ones,
But-
like the top mask bit
Oh.
instead of the hair. I don't know.
yeah. Well,
It fits, I think.
I don't know. I'll always take the half masks and hair over like a mask. I like when we get the hair pieces.
Except for
Yeah.
the
My
fact
only
that
my
half
only
of them are
complaint.
in
yeah.
headbands forever.
Yeah, I was literally gonna say that. I was gonna say the my only complaint is that they like for some reason just forgot that they don't that they have the hair
Why
pieces
must they
without
do
the.
this?
Yeah, I think these suits would work better without the headbands, unlike the.
I think
twice.
honestly for Nia though, I think her hairpiece probably wouldn't fit over
No.
the
Yeah,
half mask.
that is true.
That's probably why they gave her that particular
think
one.
the
It's like
same
shorter
is-
on the sides.
I think the same can be said for Lloyd's as well. It barely fits.
Maybe.
Like it fits, but you can't really move it.
Yeah.
Hmm.
But yeah.
The
really-
reveal blades are really cool.
Yeah.
They look really neat. I like the molding on them. I wonder if they're gonna be like translucent. The blade. Because it looks like it would be, but it also looks like it could be as like a solid color.
That's true.
I don't know. Didn't even look.
I mean,
Like kind of like how they did the wolf blades. Sorry, Cube.
Sorry, I forgot what I was gonna say. I think. Oh yeah, aren't these meant to actually like reveal? What's the function for these blades?
I
again?
read something that it's like a revealing blade where you like hold it up and it like shows like hidden writing or stuff.
No.
Gotcha. So it probably will be translucent then, if that's like its function.
Are we gonna have
He's
two
also-
seasons in a row where it's find the blades?
These
So
also
different.
look like the These also look like the dragon icon, so like it could honestly
That's
be
what I
like
thought it
just
was at
one
first.
just one blade and not like a bunch of them.
I thought it was just like a not accurate version of the dragon icon when I first saw it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I thought that. Yeah.
Because that would be a very Ninjago thing to do, is have this very
Oh,
clearly
hang on.
shown thing in the show and have the set one not match.
So Niv in the chat says it'll be transparent and then it reveals stuff on stickers and prints. If that's true, that's really cool. Like how
awesome.
how they have like if they have like the 3D kind of thing, or like the the kind of like the colorblind like test thing where like certain colors show up underneath, like that would be really cool.
That'd be pretty neat.
Yeah, like
I
I,
would say
I like play features like that. It's neat.
that'd be pretty awesome.
But yeah, no, these suit designs are, especially like the Cole one, they just kind of seem a little simple.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I like the armor piece.
Armor piece is amazing.
Oh no.
Next up we have the whatever this Kai vehicle is.
This is awesome.
Okay,
What are you talking about?
This looks amazing.
This
But
is so cool.
Price is. Oh,
I like the
Price is
bikes on
high.
their own. But when it's
but
combined.
when do we
it's
get a
just-
frack?
What do you
figure?
mean? It looked like, oh man, I'm glad. Okay, so I the way that I see this working is that it's just 3 vehicles. It's like a plane with 2 bikes forming the wheels, and that's so much cooler than having like weird bikes like connected awkwardly to like a central vehicle that also has wheels on it. That then has a plane like attached to the top of it. Like this looks so much cooler than like any other like combo vehicle.
Yeah, this looks amazing, but man, that price, I can't. Oh,
Oh, what's the price? I don't know. I haven't seen it.
It's the same as last year. It's $90 for 500 pieces.
Oh, this is $90.
Yeah.
Dang.
Dang. Hey, at least the build's
It has-
better. At least
No,
it
the
doesn't,
build looks amazing, and it has a
at least it
massive
doesn't do
frack.
my eyes bleed.
It has a frack figure as well.
It also,
think.
yeah, it does.
I don't know.
I really want to
what
get a
it's
good
meant to
look at
be.
that.
So Frack is the one in the central cockpit. Apparently, he has a new mask and like
That
hood.
It's so
the
interesting.
mask might be cool. Like I like the idea of him having a mask, but I have to wait and see what he actually looks like.
Yeah,
Yeah, I need to see that.
I-
minifigure
honestly,
first.
I wish that they had just given us like his head mold.
Yeah, I do
Um,
too. Because you know it's gonna be like one piece. I saw some
Yeah.
people like coping
One
that it's
piece?
gonna be like multiple, and I'm
Yeah.
like, oh, one piece. No, yeah,
Yeah.
it's gonna be a single mold.
Yeah, unfortunate.
Oh, what if they just end up reusing the core snake?
Hey,
mold?
honestly, it could be worse. It could be like a minifigure head with like a Frack print on
That's
it, and then like a hood. But I don't know. I guess we'll see.
Frack of the Forbidden Five.
So, what's your opinion on this set?
I really like it, genuinely.
It looks really cool.
Like,
I'm glad-
I'm surprised because usually I don't like combo vehicle stuff. But like, this
I'm
looks
really
cool.
glad that it doesn't like try to do the thing where it's like one half of it is all red and one half of it is all blue, and then like the central
Yeah.
one is green, and it's like
Oh,
it
yeah,
just
that
looks
is
really
nice.
ugly when it's combined.
The
I like
fact
that
that it's
they'll-
cohesive makes it way better.
Yeah, and I think that the main thing is that like both characters riding the bikes are like fire themed, so they can like do that. And the only like difference is that the headlights are blue for Wildfire.
Yeah, no, it's really
Oh,
nice.
yeah. Oh, that's cool. I didn't even realize that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I like it a lot.
It's also the first first vehicle for Wildfire.
Oh yeah.
Oh, you're right.
Finally. Oh my god.
And I guess
I
Frak,
mean-
Frak gets one immediately.
Yeah. I was
Max
saying
just
this so
happy
that
to be there.
I really like how the way that I think this works is that it's a plane primarily with like the bikes that attach to it forming the wheels. I like that a lot more than having like two bikes like kind of awkwardly attached to like a central thing with also wheels on it, so it just has like triple the set of wheels that it needs. And then having a plane attached to that, I think this like works a lot better. I like that the wheels are the same size too. It just kind of makes it look like a more complete vehicle.
Agreed.
Also, Ghost Dragonians, Ghost tier.
No.
Oh
Sure, how
yeah.
I feel about these guys.
Yeah, what's
It's one
the
more
deal with
thing to
those?
speculate over.
Yeah,
More
I feel like
Dragonians?
we missed out on the Imperial or like the claws of Imperium like having like a weird color scheme like for the second wave.
Yeah, that is true. That would have been cool.
So yeah, imagine them being like silver or something. That would have been neat.
I do wonder if like this does relate to Departed Realm stuff, because imagine if the Departed Realm somehow they find a way to get people can find a way to pass through. And like
Mhm.
Oh no.
I guess that would imply the ninja would be killing off all these Dragonian warriors, which probably wouldn't
Yeah.
happen. But I just imagine they just like keep fighting them off and they just keep coming back as ghosts.
Yeah,
But now that I think about it, I don't think they're gonna do that.
I
'Cause
just
that
love
would-
to see how they are in the show
I don't
because
think
like
the ninja are just gonna be killing Dragonians.
yeah.
Yeah,
Sort
probably
of
not.
Wolf Mask
So
Warrior.
that's probably not it. But maybe they're like old Dragonians from the dead from years ago, like the old Dragon vs Oni War or something. And they're
Well, I don't know. I think this could be tier because he has the horns. So maybe it's
oh,
like
yeah, it's the same character.
maybe it's like a recolor kind of situation.
In that
with
case,
like,
it's probably just some like power up.
yeah, rocks of the Forbidden Five of the Wildness like changes their color like
Or
she did with the
maybe once
the Wolf
Thunderfang, maybe once Thunderfang is free, he gives them the Dragonians. It's like the wolf masks when they all turn purple or whatever. It's just
Yeah.
that, but with Thunderfang, it turns all the
yeah, and then Thunderfang has to release
Dragonians
the Forbidden Five version of the dragons, and then they have to they create another army, and they gotta find like
The
the
Forbidden
Sports
Five
Dragon of
dragons.
Strength or something.
It just keeps going in a
Non-stop.
loop.
That's so
They have to
epic.
free the Source Dragon of.
And then we'll learn Rose's Master.
They have to free Raz's master, and then Raz's
Maybe
master has
one
to
day.
find the other masters.
Set
Yeah,
find the
bro.
blades. It set me free.
I saw the chat stat.
Thunderfang of the Arc Dragons.
Incredible.
What's going on?
One cool thing is the front of the little flyer that the Dragonian has is a white dragon head that can be used as like a skull, like a dragon skull.
That's cool.
Thought that was a cool little detail.
Okay,
It's just cool to get in that color.
Second to last set, I
Oh.
think.
Boy,
It's the chicken jockey.
this is the rock.
Chicken jockey.
You know,
Chicken jockey.
What is okay?
this what's the set called?
I
Say,
have no idea.
I can find out. So it is called Rogue's Mech Dragon for $70.
I kind of like
Thi-
this.
This set I think is the most Ninjago set of the modern era.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like the set that I always like used to show people way back when I wanted like to tell them like what's Ninjago, I would show them the Skull Monster truck from like Wave 2 because I think that's just like a perfect encapsulation of like this is what Ninjago is. This is what it is nowadays. You know, you've got like
mech on
mechs.
dragon on.
You've got mechs riding dragons for no other reason than because they can, while dragon ghosts fly around doing something.
The only thing that would make this better is if they had the dragon riding a big bike. Like
Oh
in the
my
Kai,
God,
the
yeah.
Kai mech
You're
bike.
so right. And then also everything would have to transform together, like
Yes.
everything could fit together into a big mech.
And it looks cool. It doesn't look
Can we-
bad at all. It's just like very
like it.
silly.
I think
Can we get Jay like have a little flyer like on his back too, like in the mech?
if this dragon could have just been a dragon and not like a weird like mech
No.
plus dragon thing, I think this could have been
Funny,
really
though.
cool. Like I love the color scheme. I love anytime they have like the lightning like coming out of the mouth like that. I think that's really cool.
Mhm.
Do we
I like
know
that new
that it
piece,
is like
too.
a mech dragon?
Yes, it is. You can see it with the wings.
Oh.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But like the fact that it also has like the J mech and everything, and it's like it's shaped around being able to like have the J mech riding it. It's just
Mhm.
I feel like this would have been a lot better if they just let this be
I-
a dragon. Like just made this
I like.
its own thing.
Yeah, it's true. I do like whenever they give the dragons like the ability, like the two-legged dragons are cool,
Yeah.
like Jiro and Thunderfang and all that. I just think it's a they don't really do that often, so it's cool when they do.
That is true.
It also has rocks of the Forbidden Five of the
It
Wildness.
does.
Let's go.
I was not
I'm
ready
Which is
for her to have the
exclusive.
short
Like,
legs.
The
You didn't know that she had short legs?
I didn't somehow. I never noticed.
Really?
She
Okay.
has the mid legs, yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah,
I
she
mean,
has the mid legs.
It's really cool.
she
though.
has the thing printed
I
on
just
her
wasn't
face,
ready for it.
but you know, I kind of was expecting her. to
Yeah,
have
it is a
printed on her
printing.
face.
I really hope the
Yeah.
printing, like in person, doesn't look scuffed. Because it's like white on orange.
Oh, true.
So let's hope
Oh yeah,
that's
wait,
okay.
yeah, someone. Oh yeah, the ninja carry a lantern on all the sets.
Yeah, that's interesting too. I wonder what that's about.
I thought it was a bucket.
I mean, honestly,
No,
like
it's-
the departed realm is associated with like lantern. Like the Day of the Departed was associated with lanterns. So
You're just gonna douse
my
her in
God.
water.
This means Dr. Saunders is coming back.
oh my god, you're right,
Oh my god.
dude. Crux and Acronics.
We really are
next
back
time.
to
They caused the merge.
we really are back to the possession Day of the Departed era with these ghosts. Ghost
Yeah.
dragons.
Oh yeah, true. Yeah, I feel
We're
like they're
so
still
back.
trying to get their money back from making those ghost tail
See,
prints.
yeah, they're still trying to make use of them. Last year we had the tournament return, now we got the possession return. We're just-
Yeah,
Get ready
which
for
means that it's only a matter of time before Crux and Acronics return.
get ready for
And
the
with the ghost
Air
tail,
Core
with the
focus
ghost
season
tail piece.
next. Gonna have the whole
Yes.
Jin season.
Yes. I'm on. Okay, honestly, like I know we joke, but like I would be so excited.
That'll be pretty cool. I'm really
For-
interested to see what they do with
Iconics?
Air Core.
Oh, for Air Core.
Yeah.
But last but
Right.
not least,
Oh dear.
Ron 2. Ron 2, what
Okay.
happened?
Ironic that this comes with the Elemental Master of Misfortune.
So, dude, why does he come in all the sets that I don't want? My favorite one. I guess he comes in the bounty, so like maybe I'll
in the
get
bounty.
him.
I hope that means that he uses his misfortune powers on the bounty.
Oh, he definitely will. That is the biggest foreshadowing ever. That bounty's gonna come in for one scene, and then he's just gonna mess it up. It's like, hey, buy this new bounty. Oh wait, never mind. It's gone already.
I am already unlucky. You can do nothing to
Yeah.
me.
Mhm.
Oh, what happened
Um,
here, guys?
It really is a tragedy. People
hate
have
this so
flayed
much.
this set alive, and it's completely justified. Not only does it not look like Rontu at all, but even just like as a dragon itself, it's like it looks unfinished.
It
There's
literally,
exposed studs everywhere. It's like it alternates between like really smooth and really like unpolished,
it's
like
literally
every other
like
brick.
it's literally like just like a straight line. It's a straight line with legs attached to it, and also like the front elbows are so exposed, like they're so thin.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
This ain't it, Chief.
Oh,
This ain't
honest-
it.
Honestly, this looks like they were going to do another dragon, and then people wanted a Rontu set, and they were just like, make that one Rontu, just give it a recolor.
Do you remember last year? Do any of you remember last year when people were like the dragon in the tournament city was meant to be Rontu or something?
Bro.
Yeah.
Well, at least
Aw,
it's better
if
than
only.
that.
Yeah.
Honestly, like her Rontu's neck supposed to be like way longer.
Yeah.
To be completely fair, wasn't Eagle also kind of not good?
I mean, Eagle's
I think
way more like accurate.
I feel
At
like
least.
Eagle
Yeah,
was
accurate.
fine. It was a pretty cool
Maybe it's
set.
just the pose, but I don't know. I feel like even if this was posed differently, it would still look weird.
Like, I'm sure you can angle the neck upwards, but that's not going that high. Like,
Yeah, but
you
the
would
neck
need
is such like an iconic part of it.
you would need to double the length of it at least.
You need to give it at least like one or two more neck.
Yeah.
Like
And the tail is so short too.
yeah.
What happened here? I think this is just like they didn't really have the budget with this one to go
Yeah, I'm
all
curious
out.
what went down here.
So they just kind of did what they could. You know what?
At least you get 3 ninja. Oh
The
my
minifig
god.
selection here is really good.
Oh dear.
Oh my god.
Show
Should I put this on? I'm gonna put this.
Yeah,
on.
go ahead if you want.
that on stream.
I can't show
Well-
the set image, but I can show a good picture of what it looks like.
This is what it looks like.
This
What a
is
tragedy.
This is set wrong too, everyone.
It's a tragedy of our time.
But yeah,
It's set accurate. What if Ranchi comes up next season and she looks like this?
No, please.
I will say that the minifig selection here is like absurdly good for some reason.
Yeah.
But I'm still
It
not
comes
buying
with
it.
Tournament Wildfire.
Well, how much is this set? I guess
$45.
45, I think.
Yeah, that's what Darlo says.
Too
I
bad.
feel like yeah, Tournament Wildfire is like the only like because I mean
Literally,
like she's in like everything.
Yeah.
But like you get the new Lloyd, you get the new Sora, and you get Zarked, which isn't
Yeah.
in enough sets in my opinion. So you know,
This is.
Yeah, he's in 4 sets now.
that's pretty good. That's better than like her and
Yeah.
Rocks.
Jeez.
So
I really wish Wildfire had a new suit though. She comes in 3 sets this wave.
I know.
Yeah,
dude.
it's really unfortunate.
Yeah. Hopefully, like part 2. You know.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
That would
I
be
mean,
nice.
this is part 2, basically. These are the part 2.
Wah, wah.
So season 4
I
is our
mean-
next hope.
They could, I mean, I don't know if they would. I don't know if this would be part 2 because like they gave us. I don't know. Part 3 gave us like the season 3, part 1 and 2 gave us the climber suits and the tournament suits. So like I feel like if they're going with that, then
Yeah, but we've already gotten 2 suit waves for the ninja here.
oh yeah, you're right. I forgot.
So this is like, yeah, I feel like
I forgot.
think
I forgot that like the tech suits haven't come out yet.
yeah. These are like, and we have the new Dragonians. So this is basically like
Hmm.
the equivalent of what the tournament wave was last year.
Yeah. Dang, you're right.
And we just got the images really early. So it feels like did we get the tournament stuff before part 1 of season 2 came out? When did those images leak?
I don't remember.
Can't yeah.
I have zero clue. Time is an illusion. I don't know like anything anymore.
But yeah, that's all the sets.
I'd say it's a pretty good mix of like good and bad, but like mostly good. I'd say most of
Yeah.
these are winners.
Night Luna Star in the chat says Xanth. Sorry, Xanth was a small dragon in a bounty set, and she still looks better than Rontu.
So true and
Like-
real.
Like you could have had a more accurate dragon like that was smaller.
Yeah. No, it's very dire. Absolutely.
We got images at the start of May Terma sources. Okay, so we got Terma sources set images after season 2, part 1. Then
I guess.
I'm
Yeah,
pretty
but season
sure.
2, part 1. Oh no, yeah, you're right. Yeah.
So we're getting these really early, which is why it feels like, oh, it sets for what we're about to
no.
watch, but no, this is sets
Yeah.
for the
To be
next
fair,
part.
this doesn't spoil much other than I don't know what this spoils.
Spoils that the Dragonians are awesome, and that
Zane gets small again.
I guess yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
Do you
Wait,
think Storm Zane is
Zane
not
isn't
dead?
in any of these sets that I
No,
can
he's
see.
in the he's in the
He's in the
bounty.
bounty. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, okay.
He's in the bounty.
She came.
I guess it spoils that the
Remember-
Forbidden Five are still relevant, so that's actually cool. That's nice.
Yeah.
to know.
Remember
Hey, it also spoils that Jay is still rogue, so.
Yeah.
Jay's the bounty hunter? No way.
Ooh.
I guess
He's
speaking of
definitely gonna be on the
which,
box, I think.
Oh, and it also shows that Aaron is still wearing the same suit, so the Roz suit.
that is true. That is
So
true.
there's hope for that.
I mean, we have some. Should we talk about show images?
Oh, boy.
There's
Yes.
two
yes.
specifically I wanted to talk about.
Yeah. Not the one that came out today, right?
No. But we can add that to the pile if you want, because it's funny.
We'll end with that.
Should I show these or should I not? Should I not risk it? I don't know.
I very much doubt anything will come down upon you for show images, but use your best judgment.
Oh, Dao is heading out. Goodbye, sir.
Au revoir,
Okay.
Dao. Thank you for listening.
Goodbye. Yes, everybody,
Bye,
warning,
Dao.
we're going to be talking about show images. So, second warning for leaks. If you don't want to hear about potential part 2 stuff, then now is your chance to leave. I don't think I'm going to put them on screen. People will know what we're talking about. But I
Okay.
will put them in the Discord chat. But I'll give people just a bit more time to be like, to get out of here if they don't want to hear stuff. It's
Or they
nothing
see.
too major, but people
Yeah.
might not want to. But with that said, the first of these images I want to talk about just caught me so off guard when I opened Twitter and saw this.
God.
Oh, I should probably put
I
spoiler
didn't
tags
clap
on
when
these.
I saw this. Oh well. This is
No.
very confusing. I'm assuming these are from part 2.
Yes, that is. I think that's basically confirmed given Sora's suit.
Yeah.
Hold on.
This image can
Wait.
mean a lot of things.
It's
Okay.
such a bizarre image.
So just so chat's aware. Does this work if I... Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry, I'm fumbling with having exploit tags on images on PC.
I'm not gonna lie, looking at their new designs,
Like this.
or like their new
Whoops.
newish designs, they look way more proportional here.
Yeah,
They don't have
okay,
like they don't have
so
like the giant heads.
for context for chat, now that everyone should be gone,
Oh,
for who doesn't
yeah.
want to hear about leaks, Crunch and Knuckle image, they have been spotted,
Yeah.
and also in the underworld.
Yeah.
Like, very much season 1 underworld.
And to top it off, Knuckle uses the pilot armor piece.
That's insane.
Unlike in Legacy where he used like
Oh,
a
that's
just like
awesome,
a generic
actually. I
like
didn't even notice
armor.
that.
It's
Yeah.
so bizarre.
Yeah.
The one thing is that Crunch's like little loincloth piece is like not is red and it's not supposed to be red. But I mean he could wear different
Yeah,
clothing, I guess, but like
we just changed. It's just so they could have the red-blue color variation, I'm sure.
yeah. Like red is Samukai's color.
I just... we should have expected this, right? But like, it's just so funny.
I don't know. I can't believe this. I'm
It's
so happy
still
though.
so funny. The one thing that's gotten everybody talking too, though, is Arin and Sora are just kind of vibing in this image.
Honestly, I think is this the first time we've seen Skulkin since like I guess Day of the Departed?
I
These
mean,
Skulkin, I guess.
We've
Yeah.
seen the Awakened Warriors, but I don't count them as Skulkin.
yeah.
Yeah,
It's
down
weird we
here.
haven't just seen Skulkin walking around, but I guess they're just all chilling in the underworld still.
Yeah.
See, the thing, Aaron, is that this could be, you know, he joins the ninja at the end of part 1. But I've also seen people say that, like, Arin and Sora will have to, like, maybe they're stuck somewhere, like, here, and then they have to, like, kind of reluctantly work together at
Yeah.
one point.
It's just throwing
Wow.
it's throwing me off because of Aaron. Aaron just seems so chill. He seems so
Yeah,
happy to be there.
But to be, how can you not be chill when you're with Knuckle?
That's
and-
exactly what. Yeah, it's like he's
They're
just
just chill
he's just
guys.
amused by the funny. This could just be like a single couple of frames where he's like amused by the funny skeletons, and then he goes back to his angsty face, and he's like, "Well."
They're just having a vibe, guys. Come on.
It's just
Although
it's
they're
weird.
in the underworld, so does that mean they're finally gonna explain Klaus? Or they're gonna not?
I don't think so. I don't think they'll do that.
Explain what, sir?
Klaus.
What about him?
Like, because they're in the underworld.
Uh,
I
right.
think he's dead at this point.
He died of old age.
Possibly.
Yeah.
Well, he probably faded away, right?
That's true, yeah.
Probably.
Oh, I'm just
Yeah, I don't know.
wondering.
I'm happy to see these guys. It's a fun vibe.
It
Yeah.
was a fun vibe. And then the
I'm
other
glad,
screenshot.
I'm glad the
was, like,
dynamic duo was back. One of them
real.
anyway.
Best comedic duo.
Now we just need to get Chop and Kapow.
Yeah, that'd be.
We
fun.
need to get the what were the names from the fish?
Oh, Ragnarok and Blunk. Or,
No,
sorry.
Uta and the other guy.
Oh, and Boma? Boma and Utag? Is that their
Yeah.
names?
The fishermen in the Neverrealm, the only
Yeah.
survivors.
They're all the same character.
Dang,
just like,
what happened to the funny duos in Ninjago?
yeah. Well, we get them back. We got Knuckle and
I mean,
Crunch back. So
We have who do we have we have what's their names again? It's the 2 administration agents.
oh yeah.
Oh, that's true.
Shoot. I
the
think
administration.
Underwood and something else.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then there's the infamous J image.
Oh my.
Dude, I love this image so much. Bro is so mad, holding his like Pepsi.
Yeah.
Everybody's just giving him the side eye.
It's so
This
good.
image is already iconic.
There's like out of like all the random screenshots we could have gotten, these two are so funny.
I love it so much. I love like Ryu's face and Frack. Like
You can
every
also
one of
see-
these faces is like a reaction emote.
That's good.
Like you can see Big Zane in the background as well.
Oh yeah.
It's really cool that Jay gets like the Jin ponytail.
Dude,
You know, like the Unagami
Everybody's
ponytail.
been hating, but I love the hair.
I
It's
kind
so
of
It
like
looks
it.
so-
It's
yeah.
fun.
It's really funny. I love it. Yes, perfect Ryu reaction image right there.
So yeah,
Yeah.
this makes me believe that Rogue teams up with them for part 2. So he's not like fully, he's not fully back, but he has to. I guess
Yeah.
over the course of part 2, he like kind of slowly comes back.
That's the vibe I
Mhm.
think would be fun
Yeah.
to see.
yeah.
already
think
like-
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
I think him joining up, joining the ninja before he gets his memories back and stuff is the good ideal choice.
Mhm.
I agree.
Yeah. I also think for Jay, it's very fitting. Like, I know a lot of people want to see like a super serious, like angsty Jay thing, but I
Yeah.
think it's kind of like fitting if we got a more comedic, like, or like story for him, like more comedic elements with him, like trying to interact with the ninja but not having his memories, and it leading to like a bunch of funny situations of, you know, the ninja just
And-
reacting to shenanigans because he thinks he's so cool and serious, but he's just not really.
Yeah.
I think that'd be a
And
fun
it's
way to
so-
twist it.
Or they could just make him really cool here, and they're like, well, you know,
They know
like,
who he really is.
it turns out that like he's like cooler when he's by himself.
Yeah.
Which I guess, to be fair, both of his seasons are always about him being by himself, and then he's like really cool. So
Yeah, that is true. Whenever he's on his own, and then he joins with the team, and he like
yeah, He
becomes
always
a
walks in
comedic.
when he's like when everybody else is gone.
Yeah, he becomes a comedic.
Just a minor
Fair
thing I want to
point,
bring up
15.
is that Frack's suit is battle damaged here.
That is interesting. A frack suit that will never get in the sets because
I don't think they can make a figure of this because it's a wild brain design,
I
as
guess
far as I know.
What do you mean?
Seems because isn't Frack's suit just like the core student suit but recolored?
Is it?
I might be
It
wrong.
looks
That's just
similar
what
to the
people
core
say.
suits, but I feel like they could still like make it if they.
It's like the core student one.
I don't know.
Which one? Hang on.
You know the one in like the brick box with like the two students with the white suit and the red on it.
Well, so yes,
Um,
we do believe this is also a part 2 image, but there's a chance it's a part 1 because
I mean,
it has all the ninja in their like
storm suits.
storm suits,
Oh, this could be
and it
towards
has
the end
Big
of the
Zane.
one, actually. Like maybe this is where they find out who the bounty hunter is.
But I also have a good. I feel like this could also equally have a good chance of being part 2.
Yeah, this could be like towards the beginning. Of
Yeah,
it.
like beginning of because I could see part 1 ending on a cliffhanger of like one of the
What was
opening
this?
threads for part 2 is Jay like
Yeah.
ending up with the team at the end,
That
and
is
then
true.
they have to figure out how to
Yeah.
integrate him with the team in the next season. You know?
Wait. Wait. Oh, wait. No, it's not. It's not the same set, or it's not the same design.
Oh, is it not? Okay.
It's not even recolored. Like, or it's not a
Oh.
recolor.
Oh, okay.
It's really similar though. There's like a few differences. Hang on, Ninja Brick Box. Hang on. Let me get the minifigure.
Howard Hamlin said in the chat, Doc said Klaus will be addressed, quote, in a general way, quote.
Oh,
Here.
okay.
I don't know
This
what
is
that
the-
means.
Yeah, what is that?
Curious.
They'll be like he died or something. I don't know.
Bro's dead.
Oh,
Give
okay,
it up.
Yeah. Never mind then. Yeah.
It's really similar, but his right side is has a different design, and then of course the legs are different, but it does have the like the Ninjago going down the left side, in kind of the same way.
Maybe there's a chance then. Yeah. I would love to get this Frack figure, especially with his actual head.
Yeah. This is gonna be like one of the things where we don't get like the like their hair pieces until like until rebooted.
Alright,
We're not
we'll
gonna
get
get
him in,
like
like, 7
Frack's
years.
actual head. Yeah, we'll get it in like
7
the next like or like 2 cities from now.
Yeah, bro.
That's fine.
2032 modular, dude.
I'm so
Yeah.
bad about this on Discord. I don't spoiler type the second image either. I don't know if there's
Ninjago
anyone on this
City
server that
Restaurant
cares,
District or
but
something. I don't know.
I doubt it. You're fine.
I'm probably fine, but just in case.
Lots of speculation here. Lots of interesting stuff that's gonna play out. I'm most interested to see the rogue stuff. I think
Yeah.
out of the entire.
I just don't
season.
think that's gonna get as much screen time as we're expecting right now.
I think in part 2 it definitely will.
Yeah, I think part
Part
2 is
one,
when it'll
yeah.
fully get screen time. I think part 1's just gonna be like, oh, he's here. Oh, he's messing with plans of other people, and then the end is like, oh, now he's with the ninja. How do we deal with this? And then they just leave it at that kind of thing.
Yeah.
We shall see.
I feel like Aaron
Yeah.
and Roz, I think is gonna be like the biggest. Aaron, Roz, the Forbidden Five, and Thunderfang, I think are the big like. That's what's gonna take up most of the screen time.
Yeah. And I think Aaron will join the others.
Yeah,
By
to
the
the
end of
point where
part one.
Aaron probably joins up at least with Sora by the end of part 1. But I hope before that happens, he does some irreparable mistake.
Yeah, he needs to do something. I still think he's gonna have a fight with Sora probably, and that's when his object spinjitzu activates again. But
That'll
it
be
hurts Sora
interesting.
this time.
That'd be cool.
He
I'm
just-
down.
There needs to be some kind of payoff to everything we've seen him go through.
Yeah, because like even though he's with Roz right now, he's not made like a big fatal mistake yet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like we need to see him do something big and plot changing to like,
Very true.
reward everything that's happened up to this point. And honestly, when it comes to this season, that's what I'm most worried about. I'm not really worried about Jay. I'm not really worried about the Forbidden Five. I'm not really worried about Thunderfang. I'm really worried to see how Arin's thing plays out, because I've already praised it so much in the past of the writing they've done up to this point, and it would really suck to have that undone within 10 episodes.
I agree.
And
You, like, fully undone it, yeah.
Ninjago's not immune to stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
I have hope.
I want to bring up a little, just small thing. Do you think we're finally gonna get an explanation on Cole's journey?
Yeah.
No.
Dude, I've completely forgotten that even happened at this point.
No, we are not.
I want to know about Zane's like egg. That's what I want to know.
Well, we'll probably find
But
that out.
yeah, because
Oh.
they also have the Pixel one too, so which is
Yeah.
the same like design. One thing I wanted to bring up, just we already saw it in set form, but Ryu is grown again.
Oh yeah.
You can see in the J picture, like him standing next to Nia. They're like on the same like axis. You
Yeah,
can see like
yeah,
he like
you're right.
towers over her now.
Oh, yeah.
He used to be
noticed that.
probably like around eye level, and now he's like way bigger.
He's
So-
growing. Next year is
Yeah.
gonna be the big Ryu season. Get ready.
Which yeah, if the
Right.
theories are right, and he is like the next Source Dragon of like balance or whatever, then like, you know,
What if-
he's got a lot more to go.
What if one of the Source Dragons like dies?
Well, I think that was the thing. I think that one of the Source Dragons is dead, right?
Yeah, yeah.
I think that's kind of like what caused like the imbalance.
You're right. You're
Yeah.
right.
And then there we have Ryu. So I think Ryu's the descendant of that Source Dragon.
Yeah.
Almost. certainly.
Well, I guess like one little detail is that like when he was a baby, his like scales were like dark blue and now they're gold. Like the Source Dragon of Balance, like this color is gold.
Yeah. Oh, no,
That we've seen at least. So I don't know.
Interesting.
It's just a theory. I don't know if it's actually confirmed. That like that is like a plot point, but it's
Oh my god.
pretty
World
popular.
of Cars Entertainment in the YouTube chat. I said this in the Discord chat, Vessa, but don't forget the tooth for the giant monster.
Wow.
Are they gonna
Dude,
reveal that? Are they gonna reveal that similar to the worms in Cloud Kingdom, where Raz is like, "Oh, I put the curse." In
Oh
them,"
yeah, I
like,
forgot about that. That was like actually
Dude.
that was a cool like. The thing
Yeah.
about that is I didn't expect them to ever like. That wasn't really set up as a mystery of who cursed the worms. I mean, I guess it kind of was.
Yeah.
It's funny though, 'cause
But
I
it was,
completely
like-
forgot about that.
Yeah.
Nintendo show the funny screenshot.
Okay,
Oh,
the
yeah,
last
it is.
image. I'm not gonna show it on screen just in case, but like,
Okay.
We can describe
this literally leaked today. So final warning: if you don't want to hear about leaks, this one's just kind of a funny one though. Because we saw in the trailer already, one of the teasers, Roby got decayed by Kerr. So now we have a screenshot of him in the hospital, and Wildfire is like with him.
She's praying by
She's
his
like-
deathbed. R.I.P. Roby.
So it's just
This is
funny out of
crazy.
context.
May the first Spinjitzu master rest your influencer soul.
Did we get a Roby fake out death? Is that what's happening here?
Yeah.
Probably.
They're gonna
That's-
play the
that's
Zane death
amazing.
theme in this scene, by the way.
God,
Oh,
yeah.
this is peak.
I
This
don't
is
have much
peak.
else to say other than that.
Rip Roby.
Rip Roby.
We
dude.
loved you.
Rip Roby.
Rip
Now,
Roby.
Lex is now
I
Kerr's
can't
number
wait for
one
them to
fan.
play this out for all the dramatic weight that it's worth. Hopefully, it'll be
I
a
can't-
more comedic.
I can't wait for them to break out Black, and then Black becomes the Forbidden
Oh
Sixth.
my god,
The
Blecht was behind it the whole time.
Master of Order and Ledgers.
Wow, that would be brilliant. But I think with all that, I think we're about ready to wrap up here. We've been going for almost 3 hours. We had a lot to
Yeah.
catch up on. But now I think anybody else have any like final closing thoughts on Dragons Rising season 3? Are you excited? I mean, we're
Pixel's
all
new suit is
excited,
really
but
cool.
Yes.
How are we feeling?
I'm glad that she's gone back to like the purple and white and not like the red, white, and blue.
Yeah, I agree. My
Um,
my final thought is basically I'm slightly worried about cast bloat. So far I feel like things have been going along fine. They're steadily like adding new characters. You know, it's been fine mostly except for Zane. I feel like now we're finally going to get some Zane focus, but then we're also bringing back Pixel, and then Frack is a new member of the
I
team,
did forget about
and
Pixel.
and we're going to be dealing with Rogue, and I'm like, okay, well, I hope that works out. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
fingers
I
crossed.
feel you.
Yeah.
I'm mainly worried about Arin, but yeah, this season has a lot to juggle, and it is a bit concerning. I think this is probably the most nervous and uncertain I've going into Dragons
I'll
Rising
say
season.
this: I'm fine if like people like, Sora, Lloyd, Kai take a back seat for a bit
Oh,
in
yeah.
favor of
For
like
sure.
Zane, and like
It
all
seems
the.
like Cole is the one taking a further backseat
Oh,
this
yeah.
season.
Yeah.
No, but by
Oh,
all
so-
means,
I mean,
like,
honestly, like if they're like slowly replacing the main cast, like that would be cool. I would be fine with Frack taking Cole's place.
I agree.
He's a
Yeah.
worthy
the
a
only
worthy student.
the only OG ninja besides Jay that I really need to get some stuff this season is Zane.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
it's the more trailers we see, the more and more it's looking like maybe we won't get the Zane focus we've all been kind of wanting. But
No,
we
I
also
have faith.
we also didn't expect the Kai focus from last season from part 1. And
I
that
have
wasn't
faith
really shown in the
Zane's
trailer.
good.
Like they didn't show
I
Kai
mean,
stuff in the trailer that much.
They did apparently say that they were like, I think Doc did say that this was going to be like Zane focused.
I
Yeah,
mean, we
so-
got like
That'd be
Zane
great.
on the box, all this stuff. Like there's signs pointing towards similar treatment to what Kai got last season. Is all I'm really hoping for. Just
Mhm.
something.
I got
To Zane, what they did with Kai. Oh,
Like,
That's all I
that'd be
got
great.
though. For now, I'm excited.
Yeah. Well, I think with that,
Yeah.
we will we'll call it a day. Thank you guys so much for being here. I'm really glad to again be getting to host NinjagoCast in the future and keep it alive and keep it running. Especially because
Thank you much.
exciting things are coming. We got Ninjago Legends, we got Dragons Rising Season 3, we got the live action movie, maybe, if that's still happening
Yes.
in a billion years. Thank you so much, World of Cards Entertainment, with the $2 super chat, by the way. Delaying the stream. Happy NinjagoCast is back. Thank you so much for the
Yay.
donation. Great to see you back, World of Cards.
You're a legend, man. Thank you.
It's awesome to see everybody in chat too who's made the transition and all the new people that maybe haven't seen NinjagoCast before.
Yeah,
Heck yeah,
I'm
you know
glad
we're
to
gonna
see,
get
like,
big
all the
crowds.
regulars.
All the
Yeah.
regulars are here, and we're gonna have like big crowds with the premiere of this season, so it's gonna be a
Yeah.
good time.
Yeah.
Yeah, tune
And
in.
thank you, Cube, for coming on. It
Also,
was a
yes,
blast.
thank you,
yes,
you.
it was awesome being here.
Yes,
I had fun.
look forward to more fun guests in the
Yes.
future. And
Now I sleep.
yes, now
Yes.
you can sleep.
I go
Uh,
rest. I've been nursing a headache for like an hour and a half.
awesome.
I'm gonna go like
I'm so
crash
sorry.
out. No, it's fine.
Well, thank you all so much for being here. I've been Bendo.
I'm Meso.
I'm Josh.
I'm Cube.
And the dojo is now closing. You can go home, but you can't stay here. Goodbye, everybody.
Yeah, bye.
Bye bye.